All right, press one if you can hear me. Press one if you can hear me. All right, press one if you can hear me. Press one if you can hear me. All right, fuck it. I can hear myself.
Instrumentals from Pt.1. Lisa by exclusive instrumentals from Pt.1.
All right. Appreciate everybody coming in today, fucking with me. We're gonna get this show started. Shout out to my shadow watchers, my playback watchers as well. Everybody that's in the chat. We're gonna be back on the main channel in a minute. We're gonna be back in the main channel. You know what I'm saying? We're in a little bind, but we're gonna make it do what it do. Oh shit! Oh, my goddamn screen's all tied up and shit. Y'all bear with me a minute. Check this off. All right, there we go. Ivy, press one for me if you're still in the chat. I just modded you up while I had a chance. Anybody else that didn't get modded up, y'all just be patient. You know, I'm barely over here. I just do this for lives to get people a chance who want to see me and hear me live, and also be able to critique as well to come on live. This ain't gonna be a long stream today, but I said we'll probably be rocking like good 30, 40 minutes, 45 minutes top, somewhere up in there. We're gonna talk about this video that went viral last week of, make sure I say her name right. Make sure I say her name right. Okay. Come on now. Every time I think I have everything queued up, Basharia Tripp. Yeah, she's from Norfolk, Virginia. Basharia Tripp. She ran over her husband of 18 years. When I first initially seen the video, that's what made me title this "The Game Ain't for Everybody," because I assuming that he was cheating, but come to find out that may not be the case. Because like I said, that's what it looked like as we all looking at the video. I'm gonna play the video as well, but I try to reach out to the daughter because I know the daughter made a statement up on Facebook, and daughter hasn't got back, so it is what it is on that part. But the daughter did state that the mother is the one that's the problem. So it's like, wow. So we gonna have a nice balanced show about this. I mean, we can still, you know what I'm saying, call it what it is. The game ain't for everybody because it's not for everybody. So we're gonna kind of go off the Basharia Tripp narrative, and also we're gonna be right in the middle about right in the middle of both cases, and also on the male's perspective as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll the footage for y'all that I know most of y'all seen the short version. This is the long version that I found. So let me go ahead and roll the footage.
He's dead.
Fucking selfish. Every day of your fucking life. Oh my God. Every day.
She hit him with a car. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Oh! He's dead, and
Fuck him. That's what happened when you leave your wife in a fucking phrase, you bitch. I gave you 18 years of my fucking life. I'm ready to do this. I'm outside. I saw you. 18 fucking years. Baby. 18 fucking years. I don't know them. Yo, whose child is that? Get the baby up the fuck out of here!
who baby is that?
Jesus Christ!
The lady with the pink shirt, she just ran over him like she killed him. He's bleeding. I was getting my nails done, so when I was getting my nails done, I just see this. He's dead. The lady with the pink shirt, she did it. She's going to jail today.
Okay, I'm pause right there. First issue, as I stated before. Okay, right on, Ivy. Y'all will make sure everybody be able to hear. But first issue I stated before, and I'm gonna always state this: we got too many motherfucking cameramen and camera women. You know what happened to the days of when people try to intervene to try to stop things? What happened to those days? I know sometimes you could, put yourself in a situation which might look like something similar to this one, and there might be something else. I can understand that, but I'm not saying to be out there to somebody should have been out there to try to stop her from running over him, because that seemed like it happened very quick. But I'm just saying, with him lying on the ground, bleeding to fucking death, damn near, and he lived. To everybody who thought he died, he lived. Like I said, that's another thing that the daughter stated, that he gonna be messed up for a while, but he's gonna be able to recover. So like I said, at first, I thought that this was the case of him cheating on her, and she found out and seriously hurt him, which still doesn't warrant something like this to happen. But come to find out, as the daughter explained, that the mother is the one with the problem. So it's going to be kind of a split decision, not a split decision, a split conversation. So I'm going to have to kind of, go back and forth, what I'm saying, right in the middle, and, and also off of what we see. Welcome to the room, Misunderstood. But yeah, what happened to those days that people sitting here trying to get their man some help? I mean, he's sitting there, seriously sitting in the pool of blood. And everybody got their camera phones out. You see the little white lady, police come and help. It's like, wow. And it looked like shit. She was a goddamn nurse aide. Shit, she should have been the first motherfucker. See, that's the thing, y'all. When it coming in, they run to that motherfucking own people aid. But us, we sit there with the goddamn camera phones. Look, y'all, world star. We need to stop this sucker shit. We seriously do. I wish camera phones would stay 500 plus. I swear for God. Half of y'all motherfuckers wouldn't have them. Then the people with the motherfucking camera phones, the motherfuckers who can't get them, they be like, man, who would want a motherfucking camera on their goddamn phone? They're stupid. Welcome to the room, Chris. But yeah, we need to stop this camera shit. Seriously. I've seen too many incidents where people could have easily helped in some type of motherfucking way. But like I said, I tell you this, the game ain't for everybody, because I actually thought this was the situation of the guy was cheating on the wife for 18 years. And, also how she's, how she's talking, she's very hurt. You can tell that. But like I said, nothing doesn't warrant, for her to do something like this to him. It's kind of a hard thing when you with somebody that long to let them go. But hey, you gotta, take things for what it is. Married or not married. Motherfucker choose to go, let a motherfucker go. It's a hard thing to do, but hey, it's better days the motherfucker come. I'm talking for both males and females, Because this right here, this right here is a very fucked up case. But like I said, to go off her narrative, most niggas, be out here, doing their thing in the streets. They got a good woman at home. And, a lot of women do put up with a lot of men, cheating. But that's up to the woman. How long she's going to be able to tolerate it. Let me say vice versa as well. It's up to the man how long he going to tolerate it. But going off this right here, this video, you would think, you know what I'm saying, dude would have some type of motherfucking sense on not to, you know what I'm saying, mess around on his wife like this, knowing her situation on what she would do. And like I said, that's what made me title The Game Is Not For Everybody. And what I mean by that, every person, when you playing out in the field, it's a very, I want to put this. It could be a very complicated situation, but it's up to you if you're able to afford to do that in so many types of ways, just not monetarily. But now these days it's like everybody want to, you know what I'm saying, be a player. Nah, kind of costs to be a motherfucking boss. I'm gonna say that. Nikita said her pain in that moment was greater than his, which is backwards. People in general have become desensitized when it comes to others. Yeah, I agree with that, Nikita. Like I said, it's more to the story. As I got to reading the daughter what she posted. And she said it for herself that, her mother is the one with the problem. So that kind of took everything in a twist and a turn. You got a lot of bloggers and forums out here posting, that, oh, he deserved it. Yeah, that's why I showed all them different posts in the intro video on the other channel, because everybody was so opinionated on this situation, not knowing all the facts. That's one thing I try to do. I try to gather some type of facts before I post anything. You got a chick here made a whole damn video. Oh yeah, that's what he get. Yeah, he should have been cheating on his wife. Coming to find out that's not the case. That's not the case. It seemed like he wanted to leave his wife. That's what the daughter's saying as well. He wanted to break up with the mother. And also the daughter, why the daughter seeing this online? Her daddy laying there? And her mama doing what she did? Throwing a bumping molding on top of him? Laying on the fucking ground? The daughter said it herself. She said, she won't be talking to me no more. It goes back to when I did about the rat. All the shit she was saying about priests. Like, you think when Justice get older, he ain't going to be able to hear this shit? Just because you want to get, you know what I'm saying, your feelings off for this moment? Just as this woman did? It's going to be a hard one to reflect back on. A real hard one. Let me read what some chat saying. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. I don't care what he did. Just as I wouldn't want to see her treated that way. Yeah, I agree with you, misunderstood. No, it's not worth it. It's not. That's why I say I'm keeping a balance. I'm trying to keep a balance at this because, like I said, I found out differently because I just went off the video and I'm hearing a lot of hurt in her, which it is some hurt in her. We know that for a fact. There's some hurt in her. She's very disappointed, but she's not a bad looking chick. If he agreed, and I ain't gonna say agree. If he decided to go part his own ways from her, she just should have let him go. But for some people, they don't want to let go. So that goes to show if the daughter is saying, from what the daughter is saying, if that's true, which I do believe as well, it goes to show that this woman has a problem. It goes to show that she's been doing shit her damn self. I'm going off the daughter narrative now. You see, right? Some people can't let go. Does anyone's life matter anymore? Yeah, she's nuts. She is nuts. The daughter did say that. You said, does anybody's life matter anymore? I mean, from looks misunderstood. You can't just look at the internet and think like the whole world is like this. You know, it's a good topic, you know what I'm saying, to touch up on, and it would make you think just as well as others should be able to think as well before they do things. You know, we all human, we all make mistakes. Think of it as, you know what I'm saying, do it better than you did it last time. I believe she would have let him go. She probably would have found something, you know what I'm saying, better than what she had. She's saying 18 years, which is a long motherfucking time. I agree with her on that. 18 years, yeah, that's a long time. You know, like I said, the second thing I had with this, what some of the posting on this video, or what people posting this video is being very, like I said, very opinionated before they, you know the facts. Go ahead and read the article. Title says, woman runs over husband for leaving her after 18 years, then screams at his unconscious body on the ground. Like I said, it happened in Norfolk, Virginia. Unless she's found not guilty by entering a plea of insanity, a Norfolk woman may never see the light of day again. I think she needs to plead insanity. I believe she does. After the judges sees the video of her screaming and hollering at her unconscious husband who left her after 18 years. Then it goes to say that Basharia Tripp, 34 years old. Wow. She still got enough time, ahead of her. Like I said, she's not a bad looking chick. I know some of y'all probably seen a mugshot, but I've seen a couple of Facebook posts, and I've seen a picture of them together as well. I'm gonna try to post that. Said had enough of her husband Duke Johnson's selfish rage. She hit him with a car, cursed him out as he lay on the ground unconscious, and then body slammed him with a broken car bumper. Okay. Talking about shocked witnesses film Basharia continuously screaming at the man, saying she hoped he was dead. Yeah, she was screaming that. She was screaming that. She said she's sick of him. I hope you dead. You fucking selfish. Every day of your fucking life. Every day. You stupid motherfucker. Fuck him. That's what happens when you leave your wife. I gave you, wow, 18 years of my life. Yeah, she need to plead insanity. Okay. Yeah, seemed like he wanted to go his ways. Go his own way. Yeah. She better say that to get lenient sentence. Right, Locust? Yeah, she do. She really does. Cause she goes, man. they man. Yeah, she better plead insanity. She's gonna have to go through a lot of counseling and a lot of therapy, all this shit. And she better stay on top of it. And and if she do get out, my suggestion to all you niggas up there in Norfolk, watch who you stick your motherfucking dick up in. Fuck that, she fine though. Anything that look good ain't good for you. This is what happens when you're crazy, doesn't think people have a right to leave you. Yeah. Yeah, just like the rat. That's another good example. Just like the rat. All the shit she started doing to priest because he wanted to go, you know what I'm saying, back to his wife, because he made a choice. And he told her, like, yo, I can't do this. Oh, you just gonna, yeah. That's just the way it is, married or not. You can't tell a motherfucker what they should do or what they should do. Motherfucker gonna do what they want to do. You don't own nobody but yourself. You can try, like I said, you kind of tell she had a lot of controlling ways. And chicks like this, y'all. Now I swear for God, I used to think that they was so possessive just so they could be with them and only them. No, chicks like this, they are so possessive, but at the same time, these be the motherfucking dirtiest motherfucking chicks. I ain't saying, dirty as in like not clean. Like dirty as in this bitch will fuck the motherfucking maintenance man as he walking out the goddamn door. This bitch will fuck his best friend as he just stopped by, drop off something to him, but he wasn't there. That's her. Chicks that's possessive like this, seriously, no lie. I can tell y'all some story about one chick. Nah, not before it's me fucking with her, but me just knowing this chick. And it was like, wow. She was so possessive, didn't want he need to come home at this time, and he don't need to be hanging with this person, and all that type of shit, man. They come to find out this bitch, man, is scandalous than the motherfucker. Yeah, but Sharia, yeah, she looks scandalous than the motherfucker too. The only way this man was getting out of this marriage was feet first. I'm laughing at the way you said it, misunderstood. Oh, shit. You said that nigga should have ran for the hills before. But hey, chicks like this mask that shit real good. And that's what the daughter said as well, y'all. She said it's her the one that's motherfucking been cheating. Brother look like a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I could be wrong about him, but he looked like a cool guy. But you tell her she was very possessive. Very. But her actions. We're going to roll the footage again.
He's dead.
He got hit by the car. You fucking selfish. Every day of your fucking life. Oh my God. Every day.
She hit him with a car. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Oh! He's dead, and
That's what happened when you leave your wife in a fucking phrase, you bitch. I gave you 18 years.
Okay. Now you can tell right here, yeah, she's very possessive. You can tell right there. She's very possessive. Fellas, you got to watch out for the signs. You really do. Females too. It's motherfucking niggas out here like that. We said, I hope they don't allow her to plead temporary insanity. No, she needs to. I'm not just trying to side with her. She needs to. She need to get some motherfucking help. She need to get some help. Welcome to the room, Positive Minds. She needs some serious motherfucking help.
I'm running the office. I'm outside. I saw you. I think baby. I think fucking yes. I don't know them.
Yo, whose child is that? Get the baby up the fuck out of here.
Who baby is that?
You mean to tell me not an older woman was around to go up to her and be like, sister, calm down, try to, you know, say something to her? You just got a bunch of motherfuckers with camera phones. That's all. A bunch of motherfuckers with camera phones. Man, that's messed up. Of course it's messed up. Is he more fucked up? You sitting here with a goddamn camera phone, watch this nigga bleed to death.
The lady with the pink shirt, she just ran over him like she killed him. He's bleeding.
Oh, okay. I'm just seeing this in the chat. Nelly Childs, you talking about Nikita Williams? She cool. She cool. She came over and she basically stated her claim. Yeah. Now you good, Nikita. Now she stated her claim what, a couple of months back. No, right? Was it right before the incident? But she stated her claim. She stated her claim.
I was getting my nails done, so when I was getting my nails done, I just see this. He's dead. The lady with the pink shirt.
Now see the motherfucker with the camera phone talking about, oh, he's dead. No, he's knocked unconscious. Now everybody took that and ran with it. And she know damn well she was gonna upload this shit. And she didn't even fucking bother to come back. Hey, everybody, he's doing fine. He's doing okay. He's gonna live.
She did it. She going to jail today.
Oh, okay, now she gonna zoom in on camera talking about, oh yeah, she did it. She going to jail today. We know she going to jail. But we know what else you could have did all the stuff sitting there with the motherfucking camera phone. People, we got to stop this bullshit. Now, I will tell you one video that really pissed me off, and it just really took me over to the top. Is a video I posted on my Instagram of a chick. It was a black woman who got into it with her. I believe he was Italian. Shit. What's the name of the motherfuckers? I think he was Italian, but he got into the Italian guy. The Italian guy started manhandling her, then started wrestling with her. And you had this bitch made nigga behind the motherfucking camera phone. I'm sitting here like, you mean to tell me this whole ass nigga is sitting here giggling, filming this shit, watching this black woman get choked? And he think this shit is funny? No, nigga, you supposed to get off your ass and intervene. That's the problem today. We don't have too many stand-up niggas. We got a bunch of whole ass niggas with camera phones. Nothing but a bunch of whole ass niggas with camera phones. And I said it, and I meant what the fuck I said. We need to get off this bullshit. Seriously. Okay. Once again, shout out to my shadow watchers, my playback watchers. I'm gonna upload on the main channel this weekend another rat reloaded from over this channel. There's a live that I did last year. Some of y'all probably haven't heard it. Give y'all something to listen to. Like I said, we back down to 1 day a week, possibly, like I said, 2. But I know this weekend I'm be busy and heavy. So that's why I'm not gonna be able to do a live this Sunday. So I just throw a rat reloaded. I know I'll be on Wednesdays, Fridays, and I said Saturday, Sundays. So this Sunday I'm gonna upload a rat reloaded from over this channel. But like I said, I know that we do a live Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. But we're gonna break it down to Wednesdays and Sundays now until the main channel get back popping. Then we'll be back on track with Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays on lives. But I will be uploading a live this weekend for everybody, you know what I'm saying, to listen to. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that as well. That's gonna be on the main channel. Probably most look like just Wednesdays will be on this channel right here. To my playback watchers, y'all be able to watch it on the main channel, which y'all be hearing and seeing it on basically Thursday or Wednesday night, but it'll be before Thursday is over with. But yeah, like I said, I definitely wanted to get to this video when I saw it. Like I said, I had a different take on it from before I found out the actual situation that was going on. So we got Ivy Lee on the panel. Welcome to the panel, Ivy Lee.
Hey, STL. Good to see you back in these YouTube streets.
Yeah.
Worried about you, like, where he at? But
you know, Chrissy Pissy didn't shot me down.
Are you referring to that video about the fake strike or something?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I played it and I showed everybody. That's why we've been down all this time.
Wait, so she struck all of your videos?
No, she struck the one where we critiqued on the music video. She claiming that the song is hers.
That song ain't hers.
Right.
But that's what you were saying. That's why she had to, child, please. That's a warning sign, though. If somebody would lie about something as obvious as that, then you know what else would they lie about? That ain't your song.
Exactly. I keep on telling people.
I sing for real. That ain't your song. Okay?
I tell her to produce the paperwork, and then I take it for what it is.
I think she
could do that.
I think she's done that to other people too. From
I heard that.
Yeah, and then like you're ridiculous.
Yeah, I try to ask Fran as well. So Fran, if you listen to my playback, that's why I was trying to email you, but not email you, DM you about did Chrissy go around throwing out fake copyrights at you as well? I believe I heard she did it to Reese as well.
Yeah, I don't remember who I heard it from, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I guess that actually kind of relates to this video that you just showed. Look, man, I never thought I'd be happy to be single in my 30s, but the way that people are acting a fool out here in these streets, I'm very glad to be single. Okay,
but don't let that stop you from being single. I mean, you just gotta go to the right setting and the right scenery and find that right, person that you could be able to deal with. And he could be able to deal with you.
I'm also just not looking. I'm relocating in like 8 to 12 months, so it just
that's what's up.
And I've gotten, but it's just like, whew. I hope she's not allowed to plead insanity. I can be wrong. I'm not a mental health professional, but I do have experience working with the mentally ill or whatever. This just sounds like she gave him 18 years of her life, and she's just mad that he's leaving her. Be very careful with these types of people. And especially if you these types of people, and especially if you notice early warning signs, get out quietly and get out immediately, especially if they have been together for 18 years. He's probably noticed the signs. You don't get to assault people and harass people and stuff to get them, to prevent them from leaving you. That's not how this shit works. And if, you know, it just, I could be wrong. Again, I would like to follow this case because I'd be curious to see whether a plea of insanity works. From what I have seen, based on like the research, less than 1% of cases even use the insanity defense. Like TV shows and movies will have you thinking that it's common, but it's not. It's really not.
Well, I think right here, she might have a chance. It depends on she get a woman judge. A lot of things gonna factor in. You know, she get her own lawyer. She gonna definitely need that.
Yeah.
Because listening to her, you could tell that she was possessive. But as I was stating before, I know a chick like this, not for us running over and all that shit, but going off what the daughter was saying and basically kind of listening to her, everything, the wordplay she was using on how she was pissed. You could, like I said, you could tell that she was very possessive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you need to come home after this time. And I mean, like demanding and also threatening him on lots of things, you know. You could tell. Yeah. You could tell.
But that's not a mental health issue. That might be a personality disorder.
Yeah, but it could turn into that because after a while she got so used to 18 years. Shit, she was had this nigga in check.
I mean,
he stepped out of line.
She probably does have a personality disorder, but it's probably not going to be successful. Think about all of these serial killers who have personality disorders and insanity doesn't even work for them.
That's because they killed somebody. He's still living. He's still living. Right.
You can still plead insanity if you kill somebody. I mean, think about it. I mean, you can argue that you can argue that they probably are the most mentally ill people on earth because they don't see anything wrong with killing people. So actually, you could argue that serial killers should always get the insanity defense because you got to be out of your mind, right? Like there's something that's not right.
It turns into a sport or what they call it, like a urge.
Yeah, you know, it's like something they feel like they have to do that they derive pleasure from. But
exactly.
Yeah, a lot of these people show signs, and you need to get out of situations with people like this as quickly and as quietly as you possibly can. Because these type of people, you're not even really a person to them. You're property.
Exactly. I agree with you on that. They
possess you, so they get to control everything you do. They control whether you leave them or not. They control what you wear. They control who you hang out with. They control whether you work. They try to control everything. And what makes them dangerous is that they think that they have the right to do that. They think that they have the right to just control people and use people as pawns and whatever.
Now, you know? I want you to think about something. Did you heard most of the rat videos I was playing?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Do you remember how she used to always talk about priests like, or he needed to do this, he should have did this, and that you could tell right there that was she was kind of trying to be in control of him. Yeah. Oh, he shouldn't have left her. He should have did this. He should have been talked to his wife, and it's like, wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all agreed that, you know, Sansa Ray is clearly personality disorder. Whether she's antisocial, whether she's psych, a narc, a sociopath, narcissistic sociopath, whatever. Sansa Ray is clear. I actually think Sansa Ray is a narc, and there might be some other mental illness there, but you can see that clearly in Sansa Ray. I mean, she's like a narcissist undergoing narcissistic injury, right? Narcissists like to play games with you. They like to manipulate. They think that they get the right to come in and out of your life when they want, but you can't leave them. Oh no. You can't leave
Exactly. Exactly.
You have to pay for that.
Exactly.
So that's why
Exactly.
keep in mind going on. I could tell you a personal story, but I don't know if I want to tell you. Trust me when I say I have. I'll give you a general story. Okay, a couple of years ago, I dated this guy, and he was very arrogant, right? And he told me one time that an establishment that I went to multiple times didn't exist because he had never been there. Okay, mind you, we're both transplants to this city, right? And I've been living here longer than him. So I told him to shut up, and you're not going to tell me that I haven't been there because you haven't been there. And he shut the hell up. But it's that like, oh no, you're not even from here. Don't tell me I haven't been to some place because you haven't been there. Who the fuck are you? Right? So then I caught him in multiple lies a couple of months later, and I had evidence, and he still lied. He disappears. He lies about disappearing. I had evidence on that too. You see where I'm going? Just consistent lies. These people give off warning signs. Him telling me I hadn't been there when he's not even from this city, and I've lived here longer than he has. It's like they give off signs, always thinking that they're right, lying even in the face of injury, and thinking they can just go in and out of your life at will, and you don't have the right to question them or whatever. And when I told him that, he shut the hell up.
Wow.
But I'm pretty sure that there were women who didn't shut the hell up. I don't want to hear your bullshit, right? So then a couple of months, he ghosted. He came back. I wasn't having it. Made him take me out, pay for everything, and I told him this is not working. I just wanted an apology, and I wanted you to spend money on me. I know I know you're only coming back to me because you can't get anybody else, and I don't want you. All right. He texted me for 2 months trying to hang out. No. He started hanging out again. I friend zoned him, made him pay for everything. He gonna pay for everything because he's trying to get back. But he doesn't know I have no intention of dating him again, right? I'm just using him for his money. And then I get rid of him, right? When I tell you this dude would not leave me alone, he won't leave me alone. So why am I telling you this? This is an example of a situation of a guy showing signs. The narcissism, the downright lying, the manipulation, and one of the most dangerous traits a human being can have, lying to you dead to your face when you have undeniable evidence. That is a red flag. Yeah,
that's the rat. That was the rat.
Yep. I got rid of him in June. We never did anything again.
Just imagine if he got so comfortable, just like this situation right here. If he,
there's no getting comfortable with me. Don't.
you know what I'm saying? Leroy might have put it on you. You know what I'm saying? No. You know.
No. There's no. I'm from New York. I expect certain things. There's no. I'm Ivy League, but I'm from New York first. Don't. There's no getting comfortable. There's no getting comfortable with me. So, but it gets worse, right? But it's related. Trust me. You'll see. He wouldn't leave me alone. After I got rid of him, he showed up because he was not black. He showed up to a Juneteenth event looking for me and trying to interrupt my conversation with another man. Luckily, he didn't get his ass beat. Okay. I leave. I come back. I pay my tab. Do you want to hang out? Of course not, right? I leave. Where are you going? If I told you in text that it's over, and then I'm telling you to your face that it's over, why are you asking me where the fuck I'm going? They don't like to get left. Okay? Narcissists leave you. You don't leave narcissists. He apologized the next day, right? I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. From that, for the next 3 months, he continuously sends me unsolicited text messages as though I didn't tell him in text and to his face that it was over, right?
Mm-hmm.
A text message every 6 weeks. You think he stopped? It went from every 6 weeks to every 4 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, it gets crazier.
Yeah,
I told him.
Sound like the rat. Sound like the rat.
I remember when I told y'all I know these type of people? I know these type of people, okay? After months of unsolicited text messages, I'm not responding. I'm screenshotting stuff and debating whether to file harassment charges, right? A couple of months later, he texted me. I said, as is evident from the conversation we already had, there is absolutely no reason for you to contact me. He says, okay, got it. I guess this motherfucker assumed January, well, I know she said not to contact me for any reason, but it's a new year and a new decade, so I'm going to contact her anyway.
Yeah, that sounds just like the motherfucking rat.
I told him, look, I told him, you're a stalker. I literally called him a stalker. I am blocking you because I already told you not to contact me. Oh, ouch. I was just saying hi. I don't give a fuck if you were just saying hi. If I tell you not to contact me, that's what the fuck I mean. Okay? Because I'm usually Ivy League, but now you're pissing me the fuck off. So I block him. I'm giving you guys this detail. Do you see the persistent trait of him not giving a fuck about what I tell him? Do you see it?
Exactly.
I ended with you with June. You don't bring your white ass to a Juneteenth event trying to start fights with other men because I let you go. We weren't even dating. I friend zoned you. When you spending money on me, you spending money on me because you trying to pick up where it left off. That's your fault. It's the constant lies, constant manipulation, lying to my face, even when I had evidence. And then when I leave him, he couldn't take it. He thought he had the right to disappear on me for 2 months. But when I ended with him, and I didn't ghost, I ended it with him. Narcissists think they get to lie to you, manipulate, control what you do, control what they get from you, and that they get the right to come in and out of your life. It's, I'm bored with this person. I'm going to put them on the shelf like a doll, get with somebody else, and then come back to you. Those are some of the consistent traits. But one of the most consistent is they don't care about boundaries. Narcissists and these type of people, they don't care about boundaries. They think that the only person who's allowed to have boundaries is them. But everybody else on the world is fair game. He can still be texting me to this day. I wouldn't know because I actually blocked him.
Yeah, he waiting for a response. That sounds just like the rat. She sitting there reaching back in her past. And that's another thing I explained to everybody as well in the video before. That myself, don't get me wrong, when you're in your 20s, you might want to reach back to your past and you know what your high school crush or whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong, try it out. But really, my honest opinion, I would say leave your past in your past. Myself, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm not saying, hey, I have some guys now that I'm curious from my past, I'm curious about, right? I agree with you. But when somebody tells you to stop contacting them and that person, can you hear me?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Yeah. I've had men do that to me. I've had men that I dated, ex-boyfriends from high school reach out to me. I ignored them because I'm not interested. But I never told them not to contact me again, right? But you know what happened? When I didn't respond the first time, they stopped. Except my ex-boyfriend who I also had to block. But he's another one, right? They don't look. My had a whole girlfriend. Don't contact me again. Also assume 2018 is a new year, so I'm gonna contact her anyway. No, you're not. And now you're getting blocked. It's a pattern of not caring about what other people say. Right. Because narcissists don't like boundaries. They don't like people asking them questions. It's like that one of the last times that I called in when I was saying adults in general don't like asking questions and they don't like being told what to do. But narcissists, they definitely don't like it because they don't feel like their ego, they feel like, who are you to question them? But they think they get to, they don't like being told. They think they get to question every single thing that you do. Where are you going? I told you not to hang out with that person. Why are you contacting that person? Why did you accept that job when I told you I don't want to work? Why are you contacting that person after I told you not to contact them? They think the rules don't apply to them, but that the rules and their rules apply to everybody else. And if you don't comply, they try to, if you don't comply, they try to force you into submission. Because he asked me something, in addition to me catching him about lies, he tried to get me to do something that I told him already that's not going to happen because I don't do that. He asked me again, and I told him, don't ask me about that another time. I'm not going to tell you again. And because I call him in lies and because I didn't give him what he wanted, that was part of the reason he disappeared for 2 months. It's like this silent treatment thing. Not every person.
He tried to come back like ain't shit happened.
Yeah, that's not going to work with me.
It's just like the rat.
But it has worked with other women, right? But those other women are not me. They're not me. But it has worked probably with other women, right? You know, and then the crazy thing about it is we only dated for a few months. So do you know how cuckoo he would have been if I was like a long-term girlfriend?
Right, exactly.
Didn't last 3 months. And you're showing up where I am and legally harassing me. Legally harassing me. And I have all the text messages. And you acknowledging that you get in the text messages where I tell you not to contact me. And you do. So watch out for these types of people because usually, slowly but surely, they show signs, arrogance, not thinking they're not wrong, not wanting to thinking that they're always right, not wanting to admit that they're wrong. They don't care about people's boundaries. They lie and manipulate, even if it's lying about little things. They'll continue to lie in the face of evidence, and they like to do the, you know, if you tell somebody something a bunch of times, they'll believe it. Narcissists love to do that. They love to try to do that. And so your most important tool when I'm dealing with narcissists, I just keep repeating the truth over and over. I understand that you think you told me this, but that's not what you told me. Oh, yes, I did. Again, that's not what you told me.
Yep. The same thing with the rat. Priest said the same thing. Yep. And our brother Chris Law said the same thing. He told her, like, hey, you know, look, I'm on, you know what I'm saying? I got a wife and then, you know, kids and, you know what I'm saying? Got my own family thing going on, woman. Why are you reaching out to me? Stop contacting me. And she made another account, came back. It's like, damn.
They don't care. That's why I said what I said. This fool could be hey, if you being called a stalker is worse, but if you keep contacting me after I already told you that I know you're desperately trying to come back to me because you weren't able to get anybody else, who knows? He could still be contacting me even though I called him a stalker. I have no idea because I actually blocked him. They don't care.
No,
they don't care. Sansaray doesn't care. She just, you know, sometimes I got one today. I get calls on my phone from people in the local area because he owns his own house. Sometimes I think it could be him, and they don't leave voicemails. It could be him trying to call me from his house phone number. I don't know. They're crazy, but they usually give signs in the absolute beginning. You just have to
pick up. You just have
to be prepared for it.
You really do. Exactly.
And they don't change. They don't change. They don't change, and they don't admit that they're wrong. And that's why I said what I said.
Like the same pattern. That's why I listen to, like I said, that's why I listen to Sansaray. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, outside of the Sansaray saga don't understand is that we learn from this shit. Trust me, my motherfucking antennas went completely straight up. My tentacles are already up because I kind of know how to, pick and choose the women I, fuck with. But this shit right here, listen to the rat. Shit, my antennas went straight the fuck up. Like, hold on, you sound like a goddamn rat.
Yeah, I mean that's what they do. I mean, Cassandra Ray is a perfect example. Sweetie, we can just watch your other videos to catch you in a lie. Like, it's not even like she's being smart about it.
Not only that, it's like the same pattern. It was the same pattern with every dude. It's like, damn, she keeps going off the same pattern because that's all she knows how to do.
Yeah, that's how they are. That's how they are. And this guy, he's a vet, right? And he was relatively high up. And it's just like that makes sense for a person who likes to have control and be dominating and tell other people what to do. This is I'm not in the Air Force. I'm not in the Air Force. You don't dictate what the fuck I do. Okay? You don't dictate what I do. But they think they do. And Sansa Ray is a perfect example of that. And a lot of them, they think they're smarter than they actually are.
Right.
They think they're way smarter than they actually are. Oh, criminals are smart. Not really. Some of them are. A lot of them are not. A lot of them are not. They really are. They're dumb. They don't commit their crimes well. They get caught. When they lie, they get caught. A lot of them are not. And it's like, it's just constant lies. And it's just like, Sansa Ray is a prime example of this. Sweetie, you're telling different versions of the same thing, but you're leaving the videos of you telling different stories online.
Right. That's the funny part.
That's the funny part, but it's just like they try to weasel their way out of shit. They try to weasel their way out of stuff. Or it's true though. They try to they just will not. It's like the example I gave you of the person, oh well, I was on birth control when I got pregnant with all of my kids. Sweetie, didn't you say you're allergic to birth control? Oh yeah, well, AINT. No.
Exactly.
No, I'm allergic to, okay, well, you tried this. Why aren't you always using condoms? Why don't you have plan B? You can get plan B in some places free with a prescription. Or just pay $50. Because if you can't afford $50, you definitely can't afford a kid. So plan B is the better option, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I'm allergic to hormones. Why don't you get the IUD that lasts 10 years and has no hormones? They always have excuses. Always. These type of people, they're never wrong. They're never lying. They're never lying. They're just not, they're not wrong. And maybe, sometimes they might be, but when they get caught in lies, they double down. Mm-hmm. Unless you know what you need to do. I cut somebody off last year, and what I would do to them when they would lie is they would say, oh, are you sure about that? Yes, bitch, I am sure about that. And after a while, if I said that enough, if I said in enough times that I know you're lying, they would back off. Because they like to try to repeat the same thing over and over. You can say the same thing both over and over all you want. We both know you're lying. They like to, it's like an aggressive thing. Oh, no. I don't care how aggressive you get. Okay? You're lying. It's like you have to have tactics you have to have tactics with people like this. But your best tool is, once you get a feeling that something is wrong, don't tell them that you think that they're a narc or something like that. I personally wouldn't. I would just quietly make my plan to exit. And right. I normally don't advise people to ghost because I think it's cowardly in most instances. But this is an instance where I think it's perfect. Not that anybody needs my permission, but this is a situation where I think it's perfectly fine to do so. I didn't block him because it became obvious to me once he showed up where I was that this might get worse. Mm-hmm. So I intentionally kept several months of screenshots in case I needed to go to the police. Mm. But it's just they don't care. This lady, I agree with you totally. Listening to her language seems totally possessive.
Right.
I dated for 18 years. That's the risk that you take when you get into a marriage. You risk, no matter how much, how long you're with that person, you still might end up getting divorced.
Yeah. See, I think everybody just was picking up off for 18 years, because that's what I picked up as well. And I thought, well, damn, brother, he cheated on the wrong female. You know what I'm saying? She did all this for him. Up to her side, kind of side with her, but not at the same time. What she did, she should have did to him. But it's like, damn, But then, like I said, once I ran into the daughter's statement, it's like, oh, now I see. He wanted to part ways, and she didn't want him to leave.
Yeah. But the scary thing about some of these people, though, and this is, most of them show signs, and she probably did, because if she's
she showed signs.
Doing this in the middle of exactly. I mean, she's doing this.
He was probably so in love with her to the point where he just ignored it and let it go over his head.
Yeah, and it's also the gender dynamics, right? Oh, well, I'm a man or whatever. No, these women with these pathologies can be just as dangerous. Maybe not physically, but they can be just as dangerous, just as manipulative, just as cunning. And people like this, they choose certain types of people that they think they can get over on. And it doesn't always work, because sometimes they meet people like me. But a lot of the time, it does work. Yeah. Right?
Because they keep on masking it. They keep on masking it.
Yeah, I mean, he shows signs. When I think back about it, he showed signs on the first date and on the second date too. Wow. But I prevailed in the end. But you have to definitely be. You definitely have to be careful with these people. Don't tell them you think their personality is disorder. Just get a plan. Get a plan and run. And also, I wasn't worried about it, nor have I ever been worried about him showing up at my house, in part because I'm a gun owner. So he shows up, I'm just going to shoot him. But there's no if he shows up to my house, I'm going to shoot him. But I was at the range last night. But
that's what's up.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see that. You know what I'm saying? I love to see you in action as well.
Yes. Do you shoot STL?
Oh yeah, you see my video?
Yeah. Maybe I did. I don't remember, but I'll check it out. But yeah, so get out early, and don't make another mistake that people did. And I was keeping records of him, because if somebody starts harassing you, you're going to need proof for the cops. But the moment you have enough evidence, go to the authorities. Because that will help you out as well to know what you're dealing with. For a lot of people, once you go to the authorities, they will stop. But if you have a person and you go to the authorities and they still persist, once you've talked to the cops and they still persist, if you get a restraining order, then that's how you know. So that's another reason why I tell people. That's another reason why I tell people to get the police involved. Don't wait after months. Don't wait when they've been coming to your house a couple of months. Call your police station and say, this person is harassing me. What is the minimal amount of evidence that I need to file harassment charges or a restraining order? And once you have that, get that evidence, go to the police station and get it. So that way you try to protect yourself as quickly as possible, but also because, like I said, you want to find out as quickly as possible if this person is so obsessed with you and so intent on treating you like you're their property that they don't care about police.
Mm-hmm.
So there's multiple benefits to doing that. But yeah, I don't like I said, I highly doubt. And it would be great if you followed up on this. I highly doubt that any insanity defense is going to work. But that's also because statistically speaking, the insanity defense almost never works. People think you can say, oh, I was so heartbroken that I snapped and stuff like that. It's not that easy. You have to go through several steps to try to establish it.
Right.
But she just seems to me, sometimes these people are not personality disorder, and sometimes they really do snap. But
That's what I thought it was. I thought she snapped and she got tired of his cheating, and he must have brought a side baby in, and must have brought a disease to the crib. All types of shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, after reading what the daughter said, it's like, oh, okay.
Yep. People have to leave you. Except, well, depends. If they're married, they don't have a right to just abandon you, and you can like have them make them forfeit stuff. But in general, if people want to file for divorce and do all of that, whatever, they have the right to do it. And that's just how it goes. People can leave you. People can say, I've had enough of this marriage. I've had enough of this relationship. Or there's nothing wrong with you or the relationship. I just don't want to be with anybody. People have the right to do that. People have the right to do that. So, I've been together for 18 years. That's too bad. You married the wrong person. I don't know what to tell you. You don't have the right to run people over with your car.
What thing of it is, nothing don't last forever,
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I've been in a relationship 14 years, that did my share of dirt, as as well. But it is what it is. I just pick up and just like, I just can't, do this no more. And I just, walked off. Stated my claim and walked off.
Yes, and part of the reason why, and that's the thing too. Especially if they're not getting divorced, people don't have to just state their claim. I hate to tell it to you, right? And I'm not saying you did. I'm not saying you were forced to or compelled to. I typically do that as well. But people don't have to. People can leave. People can file for divorce. That's just the way that it goes. But that's how narcissists are. Like how you said, have to leave. Narcissists don't want you to leave until they tell you to. That's how it goes with them. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah, we say the same thing about the rat.
Yeah,
we say the same thing.
Yep.
But let me interject right quick. This is the picture of the husband that was laying on the ground, and this is Basharia.
Oh.
Like I said, she's not a bad looking chick at all,
Pretty. I think she's pretty. Love the black lip.
Yeah, like I said, it's a picture of her. And I am who I am. I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna read it off to y'all. What the daughter said. Go ahead, Ivy Lead.
Oh, if you're gonna read something, I'll mute up.
No, I gotta get it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. This is and fellas, I guess to the point. Don't think that these types of women, if what we're saying about her is correct, if she's like generally personality disordered and she's not like, like mentally ill or whatever, don't think that because she's a woman, she can't be dangerous. Because think about the pathology of people like this, right? With some of these personality disorders, from what I read, they care about what they want, right? And
exactly.
People and things, they get what they want. So a lot of these people, they're promiscuous. You don't dare. Don't you dare cheat on them.
That's what I was saying earlier. Hold on, let me
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier about a chick I know. I don't think she would have went to this extent. I'm not gonna put it in the past, but I don't think. But some of these traits that like I said, after reading what the daughter said, and after her and her, you kind of add it up and you kind of get, what type of chick this is. And I know a chick that was, saying something like this, to where she was, like I said, she was very trying to, control it, and she was demanding. Dude was doing everything he could, all types of shit for her. And her it is shit. She's sitting up here fucking the nigga down the street, fucking the mailman, shit, the nigga she just met at the bar, all types of shit. But going home, smiling in front of this nigga face, like, oh baby, I love you.
Yeah, I mean, and love everybody else too. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I know somebody. Yeah, I know somebody like this, and the promiscuity, the trying to finesse and scam people out of money.
Sounds just like the rat.
Yeah.
Sounds just like the rat.
Yep. Promiscuity and stuff like that. It sounds like a couple of people on YouTube, but a lot of people in Black YouTube are just scammers anyway. They got these they don't show their face. They're hiding behind stuff that, you know, they're hiding behind stuff and whatever. Just a bunch of scammer being in Black YouTube, and now all of a sudden everybody's a relationship expert. Everybody's a femininity and hypergamy expert. It's just that YouTube has become a hustle. You need to be very, 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 very careful about.
You got to show me this shit. You know what I'm saying? I just can't, you know, talk. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind listening to talk. You know what I'm saying? Conversation. You know what I'm saying? To get ideas or get, you know what I'm saying, knowledge. But you know what I'm saying? You got to show me some type of, you know, track record that you actually out there and did it and do it and done it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. I mean, you have to be careful because people, oh, I did this, I did that. Oh, I have this purse. That's a fake purse, man. That's a fake designer belt, sir. Like, you know, it's just people can be anything they want.
Right.
On the internet. And now everybody is absolutely right and knows what they're talking about. And it's just like, no, that doesn't work. You know, some of y'all acting holier than thou. You had a whole criminal rap sheet, warrants and shit. You know, it's just, this stuff is crazy. Be very careful with who you trust, you know, both online and offline. But like I said, fellas, don't think because you're a man and you might be bigger than the woman that you're dating, if she's crazy like this, that she can't do anything. That's harmful for you. Because with some of these personality traits, they get to what the things that they don't want you to do, they get to do. They get to tell you what to wear, but you can't tell them what to wear. They want you home at a certain time, but they get to stay out all hours.
Right. Exactly.
It's like and that's one of the things that tips me off with these types of people and in my personal experience with them. When you really look at their lives don't make sense. Like everybody is hypocritical to a certain point. That's just human nature, right? And it's also learning and growing. But these types of people, their lives are hypocritical in major areas. Oh, you know, I don't want to have any more kids until I'm married. Okay, why were you pregnant 3 months ago? Serious question. Why were you pregnant 3 months ago and you're not married? They say what they think they need to say, but when you look at their lives, they don't have it together. That's actually, because some of this stuff I read about, but most of it I have seen with my own eyes, like an experience personally. But that's one of the things that I notice about these people. Their lives don't make sense.
Exactly.
I had somebody who used to give me advice about a career that I was no longer in. Meanwhile, this person risked getting fired for several months because they were going to their work gym for several hours without permission. So you're telling me to worry about a career that I don't even do anymore, but you're actively doing things that can get you fired. How does that work? How does that work? It doesn't. That's one of the major traits of people like this. Their lives don't make sense. And it's not just it's hypocritical or right. No, in major areas of their lives do not make sense. And if they consistently don't make sense. They consistently don't make sense. Walking around with designer purses, but with fake designer purses or whatever, when really you should be saving that money so that you're not sleeping on a $20 air mattress on the floor.
Exactly.
Real talk though.
That was goddamn down payment on a good mattress. Shit.
Right. I mean, a mattress is cheap. I have an expensive one because it was a graduation gift. You can get a regular basic rinky-dink mattress. You can get one. Their lives don't make sense in major areas. But sometimes you have to really get to know them beyond the facade. And sometimes it can take you even years to figure it out. Especially if they're like a covert narc or whatever, and they're not like your stereotypical, like the guy that I used to date, a stereotypical, braggadocious, arrogant narc. Sometimes you have to be with a person for a couple of years to realize, wait, something is off with this person.
Right.
Their lives don't make sense. And they're low key kind of controlling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, and they do little sneaky stuff and it could just take you a while. And I would also say, if you realize that you got taken by a person like this, don't feel so bad, because these people can be very good at what they do.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah. I was just gonna bring you in. Yeah, we got I am who I am on the panel.
I'll mute up.
Let me say this right quick. I am, because I got it for you now.
Sure.
The post that the daughter made. She said, well, I'm gonna read back and forth because she made it kind of simple and brief. I guess somebody asks, do she still talk to her mother? And she says, "Show don't, stupid bitch." And she put in quotations, "That's my mama." Then the person said, "Oh my God, for real? Was that your dad?" She said, "Yeah," shaking my head. Then I asked, "Is he okay?" She said, "Yeah, he gon' be fucked up for a while, but he'll be fine." As far as her, God bless her, cause she'll never hear from me again. She left it at that. Go ahead, I am.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, you know, us as men in this society have to, you know, stop thinking that women are weak, you know, to hurting us or any kind of shape, way, or form. You know, this dude really, he got caught slipping. You know, from when I first seen it, I thought like, damn, you know, did she catch him at the nail shop with another woman, you know, and all this shit, and she just lost her mental thought and just ran him over. But you know, when you dive deep into it, you know, well, at least from what's out there, you know, it wasn't like that. So it's like, you know, the world gives women too much passes, and I think that's why, you know, not majority, but a lot of women do some of the shit they do. You know, and I heard you guys speaking on, you know, Sansa Ray, and I don't think Sansa Ray was a narcissist. I don't think she doesn't fit that, because, and I think we're giving the word narcissism to a lot of people on YouTube or period. Narcissists don't hang around with low class people because they feel that they're above and better than anybody. So if you're a narcissist,
hold on. What you just said right there, the rat was like that. She thought she was better than
yeah, but she still hung with because a narcissism would have got with priests.
Right. Well, you said a narcissist would never got with priests. No, hold on. I think hold on. Let me take the back. Yes, she would, because she figured out that she could run over him.
Yeah, but see, priests didn't even fit in her class. Priests didn't have no money.
Well,
see, narcissism. Well, from what I read about narcissism, and you know, and things like that, narcissism don't really hang around low class people, whether it's smart levels, whether it's you know, money wise, or you know, certain kind of classes, because they feel like they're upper echelon. They feel like they should be up there with the stars or round stars or even stars who have money. I don't think she would have hung around him. Sansa Ray was just a liar, and Sansa Ray built the character to make money. And I think that's what it was. Sansa Ray used YouTube and these stories to make money. But what happened was, like the whole, let's just say the Chris Law incident. If Chris Law would ever found out that his story was being played on YouTube, Sansa Ray would have been able to run with that for a long time. But somebody knew Chris, heard it, and then Chris got involved. And so that rebutted all her lies that she was putting out there. And that's how she got, you know what I'm saying, caught. But she used YouTube like everybody else is using YouTube to make money. And then back then, it was like easier because it wasn't as big. As it is now.
She knew the stories were true about Chris. She first was saying that Chris was an ex, and that wasn't true.
Well, remember, but that was kind of before Chris Law came on the scene, On the scene, and then now we follow the scene. She had to try to fix it. So it went from me trying to fix it and scale back the lies, but I left videos up to make money off of it, to now, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna just say what I want to say because it's his word against my word. I'm a woman, so I'm gonna pull sympathy from the women. The men might not all agree, but then again, I'm showing, you know, ass shots of ass pictures, so these dudes gonna agree with me because they think I'm cute. But I don't think that's a narcissist. I think it's just a woman who lied to make money and use YouTube for the way it is until she got caught up. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys, and then plus she was showing her actual face. A lot of people on YouTube don't show their actual face, so they still able to lie and hide beneath of who they really are and what their life is really offline. You know, so that's why I kind of rather you don't like some content creators, but the ones who show their face, the ones who kind of show a day in their life, you know what I'm saying? Whether they got money or don't got money, or you know, got a rundown home or got a big nice mansion, at least you get to see who they really are compared to, you know, the ones who are talking shit or what I would say, looking down on people, but then hiding who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I just think she's just not calling her lies. I think she built up a character like she was really on Real Lives of Hollywood or whatever, built the character up, and then she just got caught in it because the people start popping up who she was talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
you know, her story came back basically bite her in the ass. Like,
right.
nah, this ain't what happened.
Right. And then since it wasn't so true, you know what I'm saying? Because like it's a lot of stories she said about her baby daddy. Like even when I first heard, I was like, wait. So he telling me he comes? I mean, it can happen, but he comes from a financial great background family, but then and got a job in IT, but then yet he's selling drugs and working in the IT field. So
he ain't that type
one
of
of these
dude.
jobs ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't
And
about
then,
that. He just was that type of dude.
Right, but then
she read a script off a goddamn movie. That's what the fuck she was doing.
Right. And then she living in one of his main properties, but then she was actually living with him. But then she had to move out because she got pregnant. But if I'm her ex and you live in one of my properties and you paying me rent, I don't give a damn who you fucking got a baby by, as long as I get my money on the first. You know what I'm saying? So you need that to go and live in a roach infested extended stay instead of living in my property. I'm gonna be mad because you living there and not living in my property, paying me money. I'm like, oh yeah, bring that nigga in so I can charge you for rent now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense. You know, it just makes sense. So you know, it's like, so that's why I did thought that when she was living with him, that they was kind of like intimate when they didn't have nobody, because you know, my baby mama living in my downstairs, you know, bedroom because my daughter is here. That shit didn't make sense either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't go together. So like I said, she fabricated her stories and she made them all this, and she got sympathy for women. But then she ended up getting caught up when people started diving more into her shit, and then you know she started wilding out, and that was her way to kind of try to divert from the story.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's just like what Ivy was saying about the situation she was dealing with. You know, she was able to basically show the person that okay, I know you full of shit. And they still trying to prove to themselves more. Well, trying to prove to her that, you know, so oh no, it's not that, even though she had the full blown evidence.
Right. Yeah. So
he's absolutely right.
No, yeah. So it's crazy. And this lady right here, like when I seen this video, I was like, damn, like, you know, I thought the dude was dead. But what really got me, and I was like, she should definitely go to jail when, okay, you ran this dude over, you talking shit, you yelling and screaming, but then when she picked up the bumper to hit the nigga that's already on the ground, not moving like he was dead, like, I'm thinking like, come on, lady, like, what did this dude do that was so bad? But I watch Snap and these other little channels, and it's a lot of women out here that be killing these men, but they get off because people don't think they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to a man, they always look at the husband or the boyfriend. But when it comes to a woman, they always look at somebody else. These women be setting these men up, they be poisoning them and all type of shit. You don't think that, oh, it's the nice, sweet, homemaking woman. She wouldn't do nothing like that. Nah, these women are evil. And I don't know if it's because of cramps or periods, but yeah.
It's the mental mind state, man. It's the mental mind state, man. You got some that go further than others. Like I said, you know, I know a chick with some of these similarity traits that this chick has, and I knew the shit that she was doing, as I explained. But I don't think, let me say it again, I don't think she would have went this far, you know. But like Ivy Lee was saying, is that, you know, Narc has to leave you. And I was like, yeah, because that's basically what she did to the nigga once she found out he had another female. But I said, well, damn, to myself, well, damn, what made him go out and get another female? I said, wow, they didn't have no kids together. She had what, 5 kids, I think, 4 or 5 kids. And he was, you know, kind of playing daddy too, make sure they had new shoes, all that shit. And maybe he thought about it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the chick that he was fucking with didn't have no kids. He's like, well, damn, it's more peaceful and I got less expenses and less baggage over her because he didn't have no kids. But she was very controlling over dude. Very controlling.
Yeah.
But
that's
this
why
the motherfucking chick be ready, like I said, be ready to knock off the nigga who she met at the bar, be ready to knock out the motherfucking mailman, and be ready to knock off the nigga down the street.
Yeah, but that comes from some people are just possessive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But like I said, this chick right here in the video, that's possessiveness, man.
Yeah, it's possessive, it's territorial, and then also too, you gotta look at too. You know, she a lot older, and then you said she got 5 kids.
Who? The
lady that killed the man.
No, he's not dead.
Oh, he didn't die. Okay, well, ran him over. Okay, well,
ran him over. He just in critical condition. Critical condition now. Yeah, she did try.
Yeah. But like I said, a lot of women feel like when they invest so much time into a man, and they feel like they have been great and good to this man, and for this man to leave, it's almost like it's a punch in the face to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
that's what I was thinking when I first seen the video. That's just what I was thinking.
And it don't matter if they cheated or just got tired, but when women feel like that they gave so much into a man, where when they could have been out here, you know, fucking and talking to whoever, and don't let them feel like you wasn't really they type, but they gave you a shot, and now you know y'all together. You know what I'm saying? They didn't pass up who they thought they can get in their mind or who they thought they can fuck. You know, it bothers them. It bothers them to where they really be psycho. You know what I'm saying? They really want to get a knife and stab your ass. You know, because they feel like they gave up so much for you, and then you gonna just leave them. You know, it's pain makes you do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I thought she had caught him at the nail shop cheating, because they was in front of a nail shop. You know, so I was like, damn.
Everybody was thinking the same thing, but now the story is becoming much more clear. He just wanted it to part ways.
Yeah, but after 18 years though, and he probably didn't marry her, or was they married?
But, I mean, they got a daughter. I mean, the daughter looked like she's kind of old enough. Daughter looked like she's probably 15 to maybe no more than 20. So up in there. So he probably just got tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I can't do this no more. The daughter almost gone, and yo, look.
That's why I like to tell dudes, like, look, if you just want to smash and dash, you should tell women that up front.
Yeah, I do,
because it will help you out in the
trying to fuck and kick it. That's it.
Yeah, it will help you out in the long run. Right, because you might not get everyone, but you will get some, and they know that you're just smashing and dashing. But when you lie to these women and you fuck them, and you know you ain't really trying to be with them, like they say, like they take on your spirit. You want to come in these females, like you leaving your spirit in these females, and that shit makes them crazy, man. It makes them deranged. It makes them, you know. Yeah,
that's what I was asking. I was asking Ivy Lee earlier. I was being funny about it. I was like,
no, I mean, it does. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to tell you, man. Look, man, you fuck these women and you fucking good, and you around and you playing daddy and shit, and you doing all these things they want in a man, and then you be like, oh, I'm out of here. I got the pussy. I'm gone. Now these bitches will hunt you down. You lucky they can't get rifles and shit, because they will stop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna say it like this: Who was stalking who? And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Who? No, I'll put it like this: the men, we stalk women in the beginning to get the pussy, but then once women give it to a man and they start falling for this dude, then they start stalking the man, because there's more female stalkers than it is male stalkers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stalk
No,
because
it's not.
now. Oh yes, it is. Oh yes, it
No.
is. Yes, it is. It is. It's just that men are stupid when they do it. They end up getting caught because women. I mean, it's just honest. That's why a lot of men get caught on the shit because we just stupid. We don't plan. We don't plot and plan like women do. Y'all can stalk us and be and sit up there with
agree
your
with you.
homegirl.
I agree with you. I am on some of what you said.
I need to clarify my situation though. So basically what happened is he got caught in a series of lies and then he disappeared. So I just want to put that on the record.
Yeah,
He
I understood it. Yeah,
not for you, for him.
Yeah.
He disappeared, and when men disappear on me, I let them disappear. I'm not chasing anybody. Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm just gonna leave you, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know if he thought I was gonna chase him. I deleted all his shit, deleted his number and everything. You want to go? I'm gonna let you, but that's my point of this video. If my comment, if a person, I don't care how long it is, people leave people after 20, 30, 40 years. That person has the right to leave you. But he's a narc, right? It's like I said in a prior video. Certain narcs, when they get caught, they run. I caught him in a series of lies and he ran. And I let him go. I let him go. I'm not chasing you. I'm not gonna do that. And she played herself because there's not a man in any planet, in any galaxy, in any universe that's worth going to jail for. So she played herself.
Well, yeah, but I don't think she was thinking that. Like, I mean, have you ever been married?
No, thankfully not.
Do you have kids?
I turned down the chance to be married to my crazy ex, who I also had to block because he wouldn't leave me alone. So
okay,
no.
do you have kids?
No, team, no kids.
Okay, so when those two things happen, and then something go wrong, then I want you to tell me that you're not gonna do all that because that changes everything.
I know people who have gotten divorced after being married for longer than that, and most marriages and divorces end peacefully, right? Does the other person kill the other person? No.
No. Well, I'm not saying to a point to where you actually do it. A lot of people think it and just don't do it. But what I'm saying is that she thought it and she did it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women who at night be looking over their man with a knife like, oh, I should just stab your ass. But then they be like, you know what? I'm not going to jail for you, so I'm going to go put it back in the kitchen. And there's probably a lot of dudes that be like, oh, I should just shoot this bitch, but I don't want to go to jail, so I'm going to just go. I mean, you think about it. We can't say that we don't. We human, and we have feelings, we have emotions. I'm pretty sure you thought about killing or shooting somebody, you know what I'm saying, or badly hurting them, you know, to unbelief. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't yet, then just keep living. Because, you know what I'm saying, it will happen. But see, that's the difference between people who we deem crazy and people we deem sane, is that you think about it, but you don't act on that thought. You know, crazy people just say, fuck it, I'll just shoot him, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll stab him and I don't care. You know, so that's just kind of what I think. But like I said, when you invest it into a relationship between a man and woman, and you giving your all and you get fucked over where you feel like you shouldn't, then, you know, pain and hurt, you know, causes your mind to think about weird shit. I'll put it like that.
I don't know. I'm different. I have a lot of pride. I have a lot of ego. I'm not going to jail over any man. And I also feel like the worst thing I can do to a person is remove myself from their life.
Yeah, true. Definitely.
So that's just how I feel. And, you know, I mean, I've had this happen multiple times. So, I mean, I had a guy pretend to be suicidal to try to get back, and that didn't work either. There's all sorts of manipulative people out here that you have to watch out for.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's manipulative people, but I don't know. I'm not going to jail for a man. Don't ask me to help you with a crime. Don't try to hide nothing at my house. I'm not burying anything.
Well, you ain't gonna have the dope. You ain't gonna have the dope, Bobby.
Now listen, I will hang up the phone on you. I will hang the phone right up.
Well, I'll put it like this then. If they don't do it in killing you, they do it in trying to get you for child support, trying to get you for alimony if you got money, and try to hurt you in your pocket, They try to contact your new girlfriend, tell her bad shit about you. So it's different ways to hurt you. Not necessarily, you know, you don't want to kill nobody, but when women are hurt, they're hurt. You know what I'm saying? They do some. And I'll say men do too. You got some men too that will go out there and try to hurt a woman. You know, try to sabotage her.
Hold up, you borged out, you borged out. I guess it's your connection.
Until he comes back. Yeah, I mean, I agree with him. I mean, people do that all the time. They use children as pawns, which is disgusting, but people still do it. They shouldn't, but do they still do it? Yeah, absolutely. And that's why, like I said in the beginning of the call, I'm happy to be single and I'm not in any rush for a relationship or to settle down because people out here are crazy. They're crazy. And I don't think craziness has increased. I just think it's getting filmed more. But I could be wrong. But, you know, watch out for these people. And he's absolutely right and I've pointed this out when I've called in other times. Certain types of narcissists, when they get caught, they run. They run.
Yeah, I would kind of piggyback off that when you said that because I said, yeah, he ran away because he wanted to come back like ain't nothing ever happened. That was his plan.
And I notice people doing that more and more. It's like, well, if I ghost, I can come back because I didn't end it. Oh no, you can't. Because I'm gonna ask you. You have to work against that. Like these people who think, well, it's inconvenient for that person because I'm leaving, I'm disappearing with no resolution, but I don't care because it allows me to be able to come back. No. You don't get to be inconsiderate to me to advance your own cause. But that's what people these days are doing. And so I have, like, for me personally, when men do that to me, I tell them, I have a whole standard response. I used to, because now that I'm in my 30s, you do that to me, I'm going to block you. But for me, it's like, you have a lot of audacity trying to come back like you didn't ghost. You're gone. You better stay dead.
He said you better stay dead.
I'm just waiting for you to come back. I'm waiting for you to try to come back because your number's deleted. Your texts are deleted, so I don't know who I'm talking to. So sometimes once you just hit them with the who is this? They're like, oh shit, this bitch deleted my stuff. How does she really do? She just acted like I didn't exist. You right.
Yeah.
But
let me ask Sunrose right quick in Maine. Sunrose said, who was this speaking on the panel? This is I am and Ivy that was speaking on the panel to everybody. Also, Mang says safest way for a man to break up is to become lame and boring, so she'll just find another person.
But that person is cowardly.
Well, depends.
That's not a real man, though.
Right.
That's another thing that happens. Men today are not men.
Yeah.
Men today, a lot of men today are not men. All of this nonsense about women paying for men. I have to pay for dates. You will be washing dishes, sir. You'll be washing dishes. Men today are not, a lot of them are not men. You want me to pay for you? No. You ghost because you're not man enough to tell me that you want it to be over? No. You telling me you want to be friends when you really don't? No. I don't get it. Like, I'm 5 feet tall, okay? And I can tell a man it's over, and this is why. But we have all of these men walking around who can't do that. That's not manly. But all of a sudden, every man on the internet is an alpha male. Every man on the internet is a high value man. No, you're not.
I mean, anybody can say, like I said, when it comes to the internet, anybody can sit here and say what they are and what they could do. Yeah. You know, the thing of it is, you know, when you get in reality, what are they displaying? Are they displaying these characters and traits that they say they are?
Yep. And that's why whatever relationship I'm in, I have a rule. Sunrose, I thank you for saying I have good standards. I have been through the ringers, and I know I can come off as slightly like robotic, but just in my experiences, I've had to develop standard responses to other people's fuck shit, basically. Like I've had to, if a guy ghosts, I have a response for that. You don't respond to me within 48 hours, I'm deleting everything. You try to convince me that you're telling the truth when you're lying, I'm just going to call you. You have to have responses for people like this, you know, because unfortunately, people will do to you whatever you allow them to do.
True. Very true.
And once I realized that, and like once I was realizing that I was actively contributing to this, I had to stop it. So I'm always weary of coming off as like a perfect Ivy League grad and all that stuff. I've made plenty of mistakes in life, and I've had to adjust to things that I have been through with men. But, you know, like the guy that I told you about, right? When he insisted that I hadn't been someplace because he hadn't been there, I should have ended it then, right? But you live and you learn, right? Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's just like, you have to have responses for these types of people. You do, because they will insist that they're telling the truth when they're not. They will insist that they're telling the truth when they're not. They will insist that, you know, they get to tell you what to wear, but they can wear anything that they want. No, you can't. No, you can't. And so for me, I found that one of my biggest things is like just letting people know I'm not with like don't come to me with any F-ish, you know? And you have to be like that because unfortunately there are people out here like this. There are people who are possessive. There are people who view you as no more than property, and they don't really love you. They just love you. They love what they can get from you. They love that they control you, and they love that you're attached, that they are attached to. And yeah, that's right, Manga. Like never be afraid to cut people off, even if it's family, because I don't believe in unconditional love. I feel like never be afraid to cut people off. Yeah, some people can't let go, but even more so for some people can't let go. Yeah, they're heartbroken. It was their first love. I can kind of get that, but when that person tells you you need to stop contacting them, you got to do it. I'm sorry. Like, that's just like harassing people is against the law. You got to follow the law. But for some people, it's not even that they can't let go. It's that they literally think that you don't have the right to leave them. That's two different things, you know. And I mean, it can be the both, but there were some people, oh, we were together for 3 years. I thought we get married. I didn't see this breakup coming. I'm so heartbroken. That happened. I didn't block him right away. I gave him the chance to stop. And a lot of people will stop eventually and they'll move on and they'll heal. But there are some people who they have a pathology and I don't care what I did to you. I don't care that I cheated. I don't care that I lied about the obvious. I don't care that I'm arrogant. You don't have the right to leave me when you literally legally have the right to leave them.
Right. We just got just came back on the panel.
I'll mute up.
No, you good. I'm just listening. Yeah, I got kicked off. I'm at work, so my service got bad where I was. But no, I mean, I definitely agree. And then I think too, like in today's age, we got to go back to like dating again and stop just going off of looks, because a lot of everything is online now. It's already rare that you can meet a girl or a dude at the gas station like before or at the mall. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because people already.
I said it before because that's how I like it. It's nothing wrong with looking online because shit look nice, but sometimes when you get to reality to it ain't really what I'm saying, all that cracked up as it was online. So that's why I rather see a chick in person.
Yeah, you gotta meet them. Like I think one thing it was good for is because it especially for women online, because they get to actually talk to a guy. Like you could talk to a guy for 2, 3, 4 weeks, a month before you meet up. You know what I'm saying? Really see what he look like. But then some women you didn't fall in love with his character, and then he get in front of you, and you're not really as attracted to him, but he a
Exactly.
nice guy. You know what I'm saying? And then for guys, you get caught up on she got a big ass and titties and shit, and then when you meet her, you see it was camera angles, but then you didn't
Right.
talk to her, and then she cool, and then you like, you know what I'm saying? So I
Exactly.
think we got to start dating more. Like, actually go out on like 4, 5,
I
10
mean, I think,
dates
yeah,
before you decide to be
I
in a
think,
relationship. You
yeah,
know what
yeah. I
I'm saying?
think the dating
Yep.
is still going on, but I think it's like a steps that's being skipped. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
The
Yep.
steps that's getting skipped.
There's research on this, and some of it shows, if not all of it, I haven't read all of it, that relationships are more satisfactory when people delay sex until after commitment. And that's part of what's going on. You like that person, you have good chemistry,
Mhm.
you start having sex, and then you want to leave or whatever, but the sex is too good or whatever. But the
Mhm.
mistake we're going, if you're looking for a relationship, if you're not looking for a relationship, that's fine. But if you're looking for a
Right.
relationship, it's people are going off of chemistry. But if you're looking for your husband or your wife, love is not enough. It can't just be, I love this person, I'm attracted. Do you have the same values, and do you have the same similar short time and long term goals? And everybody's a little bit crazy and they like has their problems. Can you deal with their problems? But we're skipping that. You know, so yeah, he's right. I think people need to delay sex until after a relationship. I mean, I kind of understand the argument of try before you buy, but you know, that also just weeds a lot of people out.
I mean, and you still can do that. Like, who says once you have sex with them after a month or two that you can't say, you know what, this ain't for me? Because I was I was on another panel a few days ago, and they was talking about how women fake orgasms, and I'm like, okay, cool, but I'm like, you're doing yourself injustice. Like, okay, I get it. If every woman has faked the orgasm, even with your man, you fake the orgasm. But if you're faking it on a constant basis, then you should talk to your man like, hey, you're not satisfying me. You know what I'm saying? Because what it's going to lead to, if you keep faking orgasms, you're not
Let me pause you
satisfied.
right there. Let me pause you right there, bro.
Go ahead.
Because I ran into that situation before, personally, and it took a lot out of me to say that. But when I said it, the results, man, was kind of scary. So how can you sit there and tell a person that you don't satisfy me?
Well, if you have that kind of relationship, then, you know, you have it in, you know, I mean, however you want to do it. You know, if you like to drink, get a couple of drinks, you know, have it in person, but kind of make it more of a, like, you know, like you guys
This
are
was in person,
communicating.
right? This was
Well,
in
I mean,
person.
well, you have to just come out and say it. You know what I'm saying? You have to come out and say, like,
I know. I just said it, but like I said, the results, man, I kind of, you know, fear for her. Not for me, but I fear more for her. It's like, damn,
yeah,
man,
but
should I
I'd
even
rather,
told this bitch that? You know what I'm saying? So I just
yeah,
kept that shit
you
to
should have.
myself.
You should have, because you rather, well, did you stay with her or did you leave her?
And we was trying to get back together, and I just had to, you know, it just had to come out of me like, you don't satisfy me.
Well, because see, it's twofold. If you're doing it to be hurtful, then that's
No, I
something
wasn't doing it to
different.
be
But if you're
hurtful.
doing it
I was
right,
doing it, you know what I'm saying, to let her know, like, yo, I'm not feeling it no more.
right, and so if you're doing it to make your relationship better and vice versa, then you sit down and have, you know, sit down and talk about stuff, and then lead up, and then to bring that out and be like, well, but this is what I like. Like, you know, the things you're doing, I don't really like those, and maybe you did it with somebody else, but this is what I like. And for us to get stronger and better in that area, you know, can we try this? Can we try that? And vice versa. She should be able to be like, look, you know, I know you've been with other women, you know, they might like that, but I like mine's like this. I like it like that. So can we try that? You know what I'm saying? And then if the person
Okay,
ain't with it,
let's say if you tried all that, man, and that person can't even, you know,
then
how
then 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 you have to think like, can I live with this and still be faithful? Because
nah, I couldn't.
or then
I couldn't.
you break up. Then you break up.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you have
Exactly.
right.
That's it.
Yeah. And vice versa. If a woman's with a man and he can't sexually satisfy her, or he's not financially fulfilling his whatever, or he's morally rude or disrespectful, whatever, you talk to him and be like, look, I don't like that, I'm not feeling that, whatever. And if it continue, then you call it quits. You don't have to stay with these people for the rest of your life if they're not fulfilling what you need and what you're trying to get from them. And I think that's the problem that we have as adults in relationships is, for one, we scared to talk to our mate, to have these kind of conversations. And then two, we lie about it, and then we often end up cheating with somebody else eventually. You know what I'm saying? Or we just ghost them.
Yeah,
you know, I'd rather, you know.
I mean, you brought up an important topic. I mean, a good topic. You know, you brought up a good topic, and it made me just think like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I remember that, you know what I'm saying, that situation. I took that route just like as you saying. It's like, you know, like I said, I felt more for her, you know what I'm saying, than my, you know, my own self, you know, because it's like shit, she shot off. Like she had a motherfucking Lamborghini, turned the motherfucking corner. I thought she was gonna run into the goddamn wall.
Right, but what you did was you allowed her to heal and then eventually find somebody who, whatever she did, it was for them. Instead of wasting time and years with you.
Yeah, kind of.
That's how I look at it, because y'all wasn't a match, so she get to go find who she wants, whether it's a man or a woman. Or a sex toy. I mean, you know, whatever it is.
Years down the line, and you know what I'm saying, I kind of I caught her stalking me, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you know, it beats like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people can't get over it, but I just think we need to start having more real conversations with people we date, and take our time to date, and then have more real conversations when we in this date, you know, about things that's going on that we just really not feeling. And that's both men and women. Men have to be understanding enough to listen to the woman they say they need to be with. If she says she needs certain things or she likes certain things, either you can do it for her or you can't. And if you can't, it's better to break off as friends and go find who you supposed to be with than to be fussing and fighting and cheating and whatever. Unless you like that type
like
of
I said,
stuff.
sometimes that situation doesn't land like that. But I get what you're saying. Sometimes that situation doesn't land like that, or it might not be the same situation. You know, you feel you might be able to guide it to that, but you know, in reality, you know what I'm saying, is it might not go like that.
Yeah, but however it lands, it has to be there. Because I think a lot of times what keep people from stalking people, or keep people from still pondering over exes, is because of the emptiness of, well, what happened? Like, I could have changed.
Yeah.
Like, I could have did something different.
True.
So if you give each other that, like, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I expect, this is what I need, and then they can't fulfill it, then they can't be like, oh, I never knew why we couldn't fix it or be together. Well, you know, and vice versa for a man. Now you know you was coming up short. You know, whether it's financially or spiritually or emotionally or sexually, you coming up short. So now either you can fix it, or you can find a woman who's at your limitations that would like what you do or what you don't do.
I am. Where are you from?
I'm from California. I'm from Long Beach.
The way you say short is interesting. You coming up short.
Oh, well, my family is really from Arkansas. So I was born in Arkansas, but raised in California.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
so,
did he say he coming up stop?
Yeah, every now and then it comes back. But yeah, you know, so that's why dating is hard now, and you know, and it's all online. I think all these pansexual women like it because, you know, you get to talk for 2, 3, 4 months before y'all even meet up and see each other. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
I think that's a recipe for disaster, though. Like, especially if, like, I get what you're saying, but for me, we meet in as soon as possible, because I'm not about to, if I met online, because even in person, but I'm not about to talk to you for 2 and 3 months if I met you online and then I see you in person and you don't look the way you do in your pictures, because I'm just going to, because that's a form of manipulation.
That's what you got to tell them camera to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the 2000s when camera was like 100 plus. Cameras is very accessible now these days, so it's no excuse. And that's some of the things that I heard. Well, some of the situations I heard, I don't understand it. Like, why do you don't make this motherfucking cam up? You know,
right?
It's like they forget about that part. That's why I say you're missing steps. You know, you need to go about steps. Don't cam up. Hey, shit, you cook conversation right there. I'm good.
Yes.
Yeah, but then you get excuses though.
Right now. You know, like what? Just take me a picture right now and send it to voice, or send a recent post picture.
No. Cam the hell up. Fuck a picture.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like, that's why we gonna meet in person, because I need I need to know, because even if they can't, it's so it's like they come up or whatever.
Yeah, it's cool to meet in person. Ivy, I mean, you got a good point. I'm not, discrediting that, but also that way you know what you're meeting. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you need to.
Yeah, but see, it's hard. But it's hard for a man to tell a woman to cam up, because then she gonna think you trying to be sexual, or you're trying to be sexual. You're trying to see her body, and and all this shit, whatever.
Yeah,
And then it's
what
like
the hell ever.
Well, I mean, I get it. That's why, I like to plan a date like 3 or 4 days after we talk. Like, yeah, what's up? What are we doing this weekend? We hanging out. We can meet up. You drive your car, I'll drive mine. We meet somewhere, because I want to see from head to toe. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to show me different camera angles. You know what I'm saying? Or, your face got a pound of mac on and the lighting is good.
Right.
Because I mean,
exactly.
Because let's be honest. Let's be honest. Like, when let's just say if I'm Priest and I'm at Sansaray, when you see the pictures and they photoshopped and all that, you know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, then the conversation is great, and then you meet her in person, but they, like she said, they didn't talk for like 2 weeks, so he didn't like, damn, like she cooked, he fall in love with the, with the things she could, her personality and all that stuff, and then she get there, and I'm not saying that he probably couldn't have worked her body back into shape, but it's like, hold up. That's you from like 10 years ago. Why you didn't put you from now on? You know what I'm saying? And then you like,
exactly.
So let me,
let
me try to work with it.
That's why.
Yeah, but it's just like, I first seen you on False Pretense. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with dudes. Like, shit. The same tricks that girls be making, shit, these dudes be making too. You know what I'm saying? So then you see a dude and you be like, nah, nigga, you had muscles 10 years ago. The muscles is gone, homie. You know what I'm saying? But then he's sweet. He opens your door. He nice. You can see him being a good father figure. Then you give him a chance. But then he like, wait, are you trying to get that body back from 10 years ago, at least somewhat? And then he like, nah. You like, damn, I done got stuck with this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's illusions out there. It's a lot of illusions, man.
It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you deal with, especially you deal with this internet shit, man, it's just too motherfucking much. Because like I said, I still would rather meet that chick at the grocery store, the gas station, the Walker Park, wherever the fuck I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I see it, like, okay, yeah, it's looking nice. Let me go kind of closer to it, see what the hell I'm getting into. You know what I'm saying? Then that conversation piece got to get it right. Be right. But with this internet shit, this internet shit give motherfuckers with no game a step ahead. These are facts. The internet gives motherfuckers with no game a step ahead.
Yep.
Well, I don't say it gives them a step ahead. They might get through the door, but to me, it just tells what kind of person the woman is or whatever that man is. Because, yeah, you might see him, you might see his pictures and all that, but once the conversation starts flowing and you don't hear what you want to demand, why you say you talking to him? So then that makes that woman.
No. They get a step ahead. They gonna say everything. Woman or man, whoever's interested, morally interested in who. If the woman is morally interested in the man, or if the man is more interested in the woman, they're gonna say whatever. And these are facts, y'all. I mean, think about it. Let's take, for instance, let's go with the female wanting the man. And as we all know, the one with the, the whole baggage of kids, on how she was able to get a step ahead.
But you know what? I'll put it to you like this. I have one child, and and I had mine real early.
Right, but you will say that you have one child if a woman was to ask you that over the internet, right?
No, yeah, I only got one.
But with this chick, she's gonna try her best to skip over that. Like, I don't want to tell him yet.
Yeah, no, I get that. But what I was gonna say was like, I think like right now I'm in a place where like would I date a woman who have multiple kids? Because I like part of me wants another child because I have mine so young. Like I want another one. You know what I'm saying? But then if she got like 4 or 5 kids, I'm in that part now. Like, would I date a woman with 4 or 5 kids? You know what I'm saying? Or not? And I think like that's my conflict now. What I'm dealing with personally is like,
okay, well,
you know,
would you?
Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, and then sometimes I'll be like, hell no.
Okay, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So what about that?
I mean, Okay, look, I'm gonna tell you this. I met a chick. I
You
went to
gotta
my
tell the
now
story.
look.
I'm just saying, would you or would you
No,
not?
I'm gonna tell you because I'm gonna tell you why. I guess it depends on the circumstance. Like I met a chick and she had 9 kids, but they was
Oh,
all
well, you
by the
better than
same
me,
dude.
bro. You
No, look,
yeah,
they
No,
was all by the no.
man,
Listen.
that's too much. Even still by the same dude, that's too much for me, man, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I
I said,
know, but see,
before, I'm
like I
broke.
said, that because it's like okay, then do not have no more, and then just get with a woman who has a few kids and then just raise them. You know what I'm
A
saying?
few.
Then to go. Well, I mean, I live in California. You gonna find them? They got at least 2 or 3. So you know,
Okay, yeah, 2 or 3 is
it's
cool. You know what I'm saying? Depends on the
it's
ages.
a
I would say
given.
that 2 or 3 is cool, depending on the ages. You can put
you
that
want
out.
to find women who don't have kids, black women who don't have kids. Aim for black women with degrees and aim for black professional women.
Yeah,
Just
they might have like
educate.
1 or more than 2.
Yeah, education makes you increases you, like pushes back kind of on average when you have kids. And I think it also reduces the number of kids that you want. Because I hear black men, and I mean, there's a lot of baby mamas out here, so I get it. And black divorce rates are very, very high. But in general, though, that's your best match. Because men be like, oh, there's no black women with kids. And me and my friends are looking like,
Shit, it's quite a few. Quite a few. Yeah, it's
you just
quite a
gotta,
few.
yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? The ones I tend to find, like, they don't want no kids. Like, I'll talk to a few women, and they're like, well, I'm 34, 35. I don't want no kids.
I don't want.
Or I'm not trying to have no kids. And, like, you know, I guess like I said, since I had my one so young, you know, I'm like, well, maybe I want one more. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least. I'm like, I probably just end up, you know, I don't know, dating women with kids, it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know what I don't want. I don't want to date a woman who got kids and then end up trying to have another one. I'd rather just take care of her kids and, you know, at least I skip that baby stage of diapers and shit, you know what I'm saying? And they can't talk. So, I
That's
don't know.
if. That's if.
Nah, because I'm thinking about like in
That's
like
why I
a year or
said
two, if I
depends on
don't
the
have them,
age.
I'm
You
just
know what
going
I'm
to
saying?
get clipped and just call it a day.
Like
You know what I'm saying? So,
I'd rather entertain the graduation than Chuck E. Cheese, like I said before. I entertain the
yeah,
graduation
I mean,
quick.
you're right.
They walk across, they say, oh, yeah, I'm nurse. Chuck E. Cheese, oh, I got plans this weekend.
Like,
I'm so glad to hear y'all say that because I don't have kids and I don't want any, but I'm kind of tired of this thing on YouTube, particularly with black men or whatever and black content creators making women with kids, making it feel like their dating life is all over.
No, they did not. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
I see it around me that it's not true, though. The women in my life who are baby mamas or whatever, they're like middle class, educated, entrepreneurial, so they're not like your stereotypical kind of like broke. But at the end of the day, I'm just tired of it in general. Like, oh, you are a single mother, it's a lost cause, or baby mama, nobody's gonna want you, nobody's gonna date you, or whatever. And it's like true. It's not true, and especially if you only have like one or whatever. Right. Yeah. Some men who won't date you, sure, but is your dating life completely over? No. And especially if the father isn't around, which is sometimes in the woman and the child's best interest, and the man doesn't even have to deal with your baby daddy. I'm just personally, I'm happy to hear it because I'm tired of this narrative that single mothers and baby mamas, your dating life is over. Nobody will want you. No high earning man will want you, or whatever. I'm just tired of that narrative.
Well, we all know you can't. Well, not we all. Some know that you really can't go off a lot of men and women who are on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go out in the world and figure it for yourself. And then too, sometimes it's depending on what area you live in, you know what I'm saying, United States. But, you know, where I am, I'm pretty sure it's a lot more women with kids than it is not kids. And it depends on where you are in your life too. And for those guys who don't want to date women with kids, a lot of women out here who are their age range who don't have kids and who don't want kids and that or can't have kids. So they fine with that. So that's fine. Then the ones who would date, you know, women who have kids, then let them be let. My thing is, we got to stop judging people for what their preference is, whether it is or it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Whether you do or whether you don't. That's your life, your preference. Me, you know, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? My job is good. I live my life as a single dad because my son is grown in college. You know what I'm saying? So I live like a bachelor life or whatever. I know I might want a child or daughter, you know, or something or whatever. And women I meet that's my age now don't really want kids because they, like I said, they're in their mid-30s. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably end up dating a woman with kids. As long as she taking good care of her kids, she got a good hair on her shoulders, she's, you know, doing something professional in her life, you know what I'm saying? She got a career or her own business or whatever, and we can meet, you know what I'm saying, in the middle and continue to grow. I'm fine with you having your kids. Now, I'm not going to deal with a lot of baby daddy bullshit, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I have to deal with no baby mama bullshit. So, at least that's one thing that I'm not going to deal with. I'm not going to deal with, you know, you still arguing and fight with your baby daddy and y'all still having conflicts and all that, you know what I'm saying? And to me, that's for y'all to settle. Now, if we get married, then now that's for us to settle with him. As long as I'm your boyfriend, that's between y'all. We get married, then it'll be us and him. And like, look, dude, you gonna be in a kid's life or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I will roll. But we gotta let people be who they want to be and not judge and understand that YouTube is YouTube. I've heard a dude say he's in the manosphere and he believe in all the manosphere, whatever, but yet he's married.
Oh,
I don't understand how the hell that even goes on. You know what I'm saying? So the shit is YouTube is a business. I heard two ladies today or yesterday have
I
a
wouldn't listen
conversation
to them
about
niggas anyway. I wouldn't take them niggas serious. I would. I don't
A
even
bunch
got
of ugly, like you said, STL.
Right.
Just a bunch of ugly dudes, men walking around looking like trolls. Oh, a woman has to pay for me. A lot of y'all are broke.
Exactly.
You literally need, a
Yeah.
woman has 50-50. A lot of y'all couldn't afford for a woman to be a stay-at-home mom anyway. You know what I mean? And it's just everybody. I've been like yesterday and the 2 days before, I went back and forth with the female content creator who isn't even American. Men out here talking about, you know, women hit the wall at 30. No, they don't. No, they don't. And there's research on this. There's literally data on this. Native American women are the only group of women whose first-time marriage rates don't increase in their 30s. But women are out here hitting the wall. Oh, men don't want educated women. Education increases a woman getting married, staying married, and being hypergamous. And the shit that kills me is a lot of this information. I do research for a living. I have access to research the average person can't get, right? This stuff can be found with a Google search. So y'all are absolutely right. You have a lot of people out here who are a sample size of one, and they're out here spreading misinformation. And then when I give them evidence, they want to bring up the person that they know who's an exception, as though that person validates
everybody.
Right.
That's done on hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of people. We just live culturally dishonest. We just live in a fundamentally intellectually dishonest time. Like, I don't, you're 30, you're hitting a wall as a Black woman. That's not what that research shows. That's not what this research from 2012 shows. It doesn't show that. You get married later. So I
have a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So I've heard a content creator on here tell women who are a doctor, 5 feet, 175 pounds, that she's fat. It's going to be hard for her to get an upper echelon man. So, but these women are gravitating to this guy content. So if you don't want to hear him tell you that if you over 25 and you career minded, that you're not going to get an upper echelon man, then why do y'all steady gravitate to these type of people and give them your money?
So I ain't giving. I think I know who you're talking about. I'm definitely not giving a man money. But at the end of the day, I do. Here's the thing, right? People have asked me to do a YouTube channel and I refuse. And it's not just because I'm not interested. Some of the things that I say, in part because I'm going to be coming with data and graphs and stuff like that, is going to piss Black men off. But some of what I say, Black women don't really like it either. Some of the stuff that gets said is correct. My problem is that a lot of the time they don't look at it from the perspective of how Black women are socialized. But some of the stuff is correct, and there were other Black women saying it as well. I date men with their own houses, multiple cars. Last year, I dated a guy who made 6 figures, right? So I pull men with money, right? From my experience, I have benefited from the fact that I'm a size 6. I think that there's some truth to that. Would I tell a woman you're absolutely out of the game as though there's no men, high value men married to plus size women? Of course not. And and even non-Black men attracted to plus size women? Of course not. On the other hand, are the experiences of me and my friends around me, romantic experiences, different because we're not overweight? Yeah. I think that some of the advice about you keep having kids out of wedlock, it decreases your chance of getting a man who makes over 6 figures. Correct. We need to deal with obesity. Correct. But obesity brings with it a ton of other problems. So you should deal with obesity in general, right? I also have a problem with some of this being packaged. I also have women leading with their education and leading with their money. I do agree that women shouldn't do that. You're the prize. Men are supposed to try to win you. Men are the hunters, right? Women don't hunt. I mean, I do. I want to, but you know what I mean? Like, women don't hunt. Men normally hunt, right? Normally, right?
Yeah.
So some of the things that these men say is correct.
But this is my thing.
Wait. But to answer the rest of your question, though, I agree. If you're not going to listen to it, then why go on? There's an almost infinite number of things that you can watch on YouTube or Hulu, whatever. Don't listen to it. I mean, there's a reason I don't listen to certain Black men on YouTube. And it's not because I necessarily disagree with them, but it's because a lot of them, we don't even know if they have a leg to stand on. Like one of the most famous Black YouTubers or whatever going in on Black women, sir, and this might trigger some people right now, you're a stereotypical Black baby daddy. So how you out here talking about baby mamas? And I can say that I've never been pregnant. So it was like I find that Black men in particular like to think that their dating advice always accounts for something. It doesn't. Don't tell me education doesn't matter when the research is literally against you. Don't tell me that women hit the wall at 30 when the literature is literally against you. Don't tell me that Black women shouldn't swirl when the data shows that Black women are more likely to get married when they date white men and less likely to get divorced when they date white men. Don't tell me that. You have these Black men coming on here. You are exactly right when you said that this is a business. There is a vested interest in making Black women feel like nonsense, like we don't have and like we don't deserve to be loved. Nobody.
It's vice versa as well for the Black men too. Now it's both ways. It's like a business to find faults.
Yeah,
right. But let me say this.
Let me say this real quick. Honest about certain things, though.
But let me say this. But my thing is this, though. Those, and I think I know both. Well, one, we probably, well, both, and I know who you're talking to. But it's Black women who are giving their money and making them popular. So if the person is talking about you and your gender of people, then why do you condone it then if it's an issue? And I'm not saying you, but those two people have a lot of Black women making them popular.
So here's the thing. I have an answer for that. For the second person that I talked about, right, who's a stereotypical Black baby daddy, right?
Right.
I could listen to his trope and not be triggered at all. Why? Because I'm not the type of Black woman he's
it don't apply to you. Right. It don't apply to you.
Because if he tries to come for me, I'm going to just drag you for an hour straight because you're a baby daddy.
Yeah, but my point is, does it bother you?
It doesn't bother me and I agree with some of what he says, but I don't have time for black men like him who just act like, and he talks about black men sometimes, don't get me wrong, but I don't have, sir, you are a baby daddy. No.
Right.
No. You don't get
multiple times.
You don't get to drag baby mamas. People who didn't have kids out of wedlock, they can do that. Not saying they should. People like me who have never been pregnant, we can do that. You cannot do that, sir. You can't do that. But black men are going up here, don't date single mothers. How many of y'all are baby daddies? I've had black baby daddies tell me that baby daddies are better than baby mamas. Russell Wilson is a simp because he married Sierra. So then Sierra was a simp when she was childless and she was dating Future, right? But this conversation never comes up. That conversation, it's always the men who are the simps when they date baby mamas, but childless women like me, we're not simps when we date baby dad. No. And that's the problem that I have with him. And then I would just drag him. And he blocked me, actually, if you know who I'm talking about, because I asked him that. Yeah. I got smoke.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to say this.
Why should we listen to you if you're a stereotypical black baby daddy and either him or one of my mods blocked me? These men don't smoke. They don't want smoke with women like me. But a lot of these women they agree because some of what they say is correct. But a lot of these women, they also go there because they want validation from black men. And I can't get with that. Sorry.
I agree with that. What I want to say is that most of these people, like I said, they just find comfort and listen to these content creators, and they just go for their bullshit just to listen. You know, because I say the same thing. How come a motherfucker, sit here and cheerlead on some fuck shit?
Right. It's just it's hypocrisy. Everybody's a hypergamy coach. Every man is MGTOW. Every woman is WISTOW. Every black woman is save yourself, black woman. Every man is save yourself, black man. It's just like
but in reality, they's a motherfucking nigga, just like me and you.
What is my thing? I feel like their content is fine for those people who feel that way. But then you don't have to put down people who don't feel that way as you do. Just find people who feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like with the whole, if you're below a size 6, you can get a guy making 6 figures and all this. But are you happy? See, I thought being in relationships and being in love was about being spiritually and emotionally happy. And then I understand you need finances, but if you were a guy who makes 6 figures and he never around, he never pay attention to you, only time y'all together is when y'all going to a gala or a party or whatever, you dress up once a month, but the rest of the time you at home bored with the kids doing work, but yeah, you spend that money, but are you really happy?
Exactly.
Right. And that brings to the question, like, what's a high value man? Like, is it just the amount of money he makes, or is it a package? I would argue that it's the total package. And then to your other point that you made before, I personally have an issue when people are out here saying shit that's factually incorrect and they continue to push that narrative, even when I show them evidence. There's a lot of cognitive dissonance going on. People, and the research shows this, people are placing more value, and I see black men doing this all the time. I see black men in chat rooms talking about research that they've never read. They don't even know if the research is correct. They don't even know if the numbers are correct. But when I tell them that as a black woman in my 30s, this is the prime time for me to get married and the statistics show it, all of a sudden they want to they want to pull the research apart. Never mind the fact that I'm qualified to do it and they're not. They're not even qualified to push to analyze research in depth. This is what's going on in the world in general, though. People place.
But you know what it is, though, right?
I know exactly why it is. It's a whole phenomenon, and it's not just limited to black people either. And we see this just in the social media. Liberals don't want to admit they're wrong. Conservatives don't want to admit.
There are papers on this in the field of political sciences. There are whole names for these terms. People place more emphasis on research that supports their claims, but then when it comes, they devalue research that is what they think, and they want to pick it apart. And then it got so bad. I see people. Well, I know this one person, this one woman who got divorced by a black man. I have a cousin. I have a cousin who's happily married to a white man. So what does that mean? That doesn't invalidate the research or the data. It doesn't. It's like people. I have come to the conclusion recently that most people are not worth dating or marrying because they are not willing to do what they need to do to date, to be honest with themselves and to improve themselves. People are concerned about the marriage rates going down. I'm not. This is not the 1950s where women were forced to marry men to survive. Right. I'm not. I am worried about the increase out of wedlock births because being a baby mama it makes your life harder. That's just what the research shows, and we see that with our own eyes. But women are out here with their own careers, their own businesses, and I think that part of what we're seeing with the decline in marriage rates is, wait a minute, I'm not getting married at 21 like my grandfather did. Do I even want to get married? And then what's the rush in me getting married? Most people are not. Even when you take out the people who have the personality disorders and all this other stuff, a lot of people, they get into relationships for the wrong reason. They go from relationship to relationship, but they don't work on themselves. They place all of the blame on other people. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of too. These people that will not admit, if you won't admit that you're wrong to an anonymous stranger on the internet who is talking from a place of research and statistics, why would I believe that you are willing to admit that you're wrong in real life? Do you see what I'm saying? You won't admit to somebody you don't know. So if I'm your girl, the last time I called in, I told STL and them about a dude on YouTube who he was wrong about something. This motherfucker looking like a troll gonna tell me I shouldn't you shouldn't argue with me because you're a man. You're not my fucking father. Who the fuck are you to tell me that I shouldn't argue with you because I'm a woman?
Well, see, those are men who don't get respect in a normal day-to-day life. So they figure I can come on YouTube and then get respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
and people
I was listening to Six the Goddess Instagram live last night, and she told a nice, good story on how a dude disrespected her. It's kind of a little bit off topic, but it's kind of on topic, what we talking about now. And she was explaining how, it took other men to put him in place to, make him respect her. And she was telling the story. She was kind of, it was funny at the same time, but she was explaining how he went from, being tough to being weak after the men got in his ass.
A lot of these men who abuse women, they don't have the same smoke. They don't have the same smoke.
Exactly.
The same smoke for men at all. At all, because it's cowardly. Like, exactly. I'd rather date a woman who works at Walmart. Of course you are, because you're a beta male who only gets power in life from women from having a woman who you feel is underneath you. That's it. I would never entertain you in real life because just your person. You're not going to tell me as a woman, and you wouldn't say that to my face in real life. You wouldn't say that to my face in real life. And that's the problem. People come online with Twitter fingers. A lot of these men and
these
women,
keyboard killers on this motherfucker, boy. You better have your motherfucking firewall up for these niggas.
I mean, well, it ain't changed. I mean, it's been like that even when we used to have a little call-in line. It was the little hotline, people call in, be talking shit all day. It's just enhanced now. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube is a place, or social media is a place where you can be who you want to be outside of your day-to-day life. You can be, Superman instead of Clark Kent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's just what it is.
That's
You know
what I said. That's why
And
I don't spend no time going back and forth with these dudes, because in reality, I know that these dudes will call the police. So it's like you can't win with these dudes, and that's why I explained to our brother Chris Law, like, man, you can't win with these dudes. You gotta let them be what they want to be.
I mean, you can't waste the energy on it, because you will lose. Because if you are on here who you are in your day-to-day life, you're gonna lose to them, because they can pretend and then shut this shit off and go back to their regular reality when you going back to being mad, because this is just normally you.
Exactly.
So you gotta just let that shit go and be like, hey, it is what it is.
Right. It is what it is. Let them feel like they won something.
Yeah, but I just, like I said, I just had an issue with, women feeling like, look, date who you date. I feel like you're supposed to date who you feel like you're going to be happy to. I don't care if that's black, white, Hispanic, Indian, European, whatever. You want to go across country and get you somebody, but don't tell me I'm wrong, or don't tell her she's wrong for dating somebody locally. Like all these guys who go over and get Brazilian women and all that. Okay, cool. If I want to deal with American black women,
I am. Them niggas ain't left the goddamn United States in three fucking years, man.
Damn, it's not only dudes, they don't even have passports, because they know they can't afford to.
Look, I trust me, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Exactly. It's like I said, it's you come on her, they paint this spectacular picture or song or motherfucking music video, whatever the fuck they want to paint in their head to each other, and it sounds good for the time being.
Yeah.
Like like one guy who said like he bends him over the couch, and and he's knocking down women, left and right, and I'm thinking to myself, well, damn, that woman must not be a great woman then. She fucking with you,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they make the woman look bad, because I'm like, damn, if she fucking with you and how you are, she must not be a good woman anyway. So she probably ain't getting no play. That's why she accepting you bending her over the couch. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever he say you doing with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
I said, what most of these cats, man, they want these IG dime pieces and they can't get them. Cluster had a good panel one time talking about that. Shouts out to her.
It's like non-black women are so much better. Get off the internet and go get you a non-black woman. And
that ain't gonna happen.
I date different men. I have dated white men. No, but that's exactly the point. And then they try to talk to me. Oh, black women don't have anything to go, place to go. That's not what the marriage statistics show. Like it's just a whole level of dishonesty. Like, so you're telling me that black women don't have any place to go besides black men, but there's all of these anti-bed wench videos. How does that work? Oh, it's because you see with your own eyes what the data is showing, that black women are increasingly marrying out. Like there are certain black men, obviously not all, who are just invested in convincing black women like me, like we have no place to go. And even if we didn't, we still don't have to deal with y'all. But you see that we're leaving y'all, and you see that we're just fine to be single. And so it's just like, it's a vested interest by certain black men on YouTube. And it's also a business, let's be honest, to make black women feel like you black women, nobody else wants you. So you're going to have to do what black men say. I don't have to do shit. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. And then it's just like, there are like 1.6 to 2 million more black women than there are black men. When I bring that up, people, black women don't have, no. I'm not gonna only date black men when I outnumber them that much. No, I'm not. It doesn't make sense. It's just like, it's all of this stuff of trying to get black women to consistently only date black men, even when it's not in our best interest. And even though black men have consistently dated and married out at like several times the rate of black women. I'm just fed up with this shit. Sometimes I feel like I should do a YouTube channel, because I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this dishonest shit from a bunch of men who are. You talk to these men, they ain't married. You love non-black women so much. Where's your non-black wife? Oh, you still don't have one. It sounds to me like the non-black women don't want you either, but you love them so much. These
Right.
people,
Well, I don't think it's a love. I think it's more of. Well, to me, I think both parties are wrong. The women who think that way and the men who think that way. Because like I said, until I see where black men who are going to HBCs are not dating those black women, and then going dating and looking for the Becky somewhere else, then I'll start to feel like both parties are dating outside of their race and don't need each other more. To me, the black men who date women who are outside their race or whatever, if they want to go that way, is because of where you are in your life and where you at. You don't see black women around them. Like I said, I always take, my son, where my son goes to school at, is far and few black women there, because us as black parents are not sending our kids to those universities. And so when I look at my son, I'm like, well, damn, you're not surrounded by the black women. And the ones who are there are going to school for basketball, and 9 out of 10, they don't want you either. You know what I'm saying? So who he's going to date? He's going to date this type of person. Or sometimes when you're a black man, you get higher up in these, corporate jobs, you don't see that many black sisters, so you're going to date who you're around, and vice versa with black women. When you go up the corporate ladder, you're not seeing that many black men. If the black man you do see dating a white woman, so who you going to date? Whoever's up there. Right. So white families send their white daughters to these white universities to go get these white or whoever smart counterparts. We need to start sending our black daughters to these universities instead of just the communities in our neighborhood schools.
I mean, it's a lot of black people that do that. It's just
it's not. It's a little bit, but it's not a lot, because you really don't see.
I would say it's a lot. I would say it's a lot. When I run into people, when I run into college kids, even when I was around that age, a lot of them were going to historically black colleges. Or community.
They was going to their local. They was going to their local.
Or, right, either or.
Right. But what I'm saying is, for a lot of these black guys who are dating these Asians who are non-black, when you go to these
that's because most of them guys are going on a scholarship.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you don't see our black daughters at these universities, so you're only going to date who they're around.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
Yes and no. I mean, there's more black women with degrees than black men, and it's not really close. So yes and no.
I'm not talking about degrees. I'm talking about actually being at these universities that your sons go to. You don't see a lot of black women there. They more. Okay, I'll take where I'm from. So I'm from California. So you see
I know what you're saying, but what I'm trying to tell you is anytime these guys get scholarships, they, they're gonna choose their prominent school to go to versus a black college to go to. That's
right.
Yeah, right. But black women outnumber black men on college campuses, though. It's not even close.
Well, yeah, that's not at major universities. That's at local universities or black colleges.
No, it is. It is.
Okay, so I'll put it like this. My son goes to Oregon. Okay? White town, white city, white state. It ain't that many black women that go to his university. And the ones that do are a few on the baseball team, and there's a few on the track, and there's quite a bit on the basketball team.
Right. It sound like scholarships, right?
Right, but
exactly.
But what I'm saying is, so the ones on the basketball team are predominantly gay, and the few that are on the baseball team and the track team, whatever, date a few blacks, but the other ones date outside. But there are more black men at that school than the girls. So who are they going to date? They're going to date white girls.
I mean, that might be an exception, but in general, that's not what's happening on college campuses across the country. Black women are greatly outnumbering black men. I'm not discounting your experience in a state like Oregon. I can see that. But in general, that's not what's happening. Black women greatly outnumber black men in this country, and it's also reflected on college campuses.
Yeah, but they are not. Okay, blah, blah, like this. They are not going to these white universities in a mass. So, like I said, in California, you got Cal State Dominguez, Cal State Long Beach, Cal State Northridge.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Hold up. I get what he's saying. He does have a point. But like I said, with these white universities, they get mainly the ones that's riding on some type of athletic scholarship.
Right, but look at it though. But listen, unless they go into a black college, it's a lot of our black boys going to these schools. It's far and few. You might get a few who go to a JC because their grades wasn't right, and then they going straight to these. Like I said, it's only a few that are going to black universities, which I feel like majority of our kids should go. Which my son would have went, but hey, but the ones that are going there are not really going there to play sports. They go in there to get the education, or they want to go to a JC, go to a black university. That's why I said, if you tell me that majority of the black men and the black women who are at these HBCs are dating outside their race, then I think we'll have an issue and a problem, because you're confined to seeing black on black. You're confined to seeing every shade of black woman, every shade of black man, and every shade of doctor, lawyer, business, whatever degree you want to marry or whatever. You see it daily. So if you say, no, I don't want to date them, I'm going to go date a white man, then that's when I think we should have an issue of this is bigger than what it is. But I don't see a lot of HBC kids leaving their black counterpart to go date outside their race. That's what I'm saying.
Well, here's the thing. I don't really care when people date outside their race in general, and I would be hypocritical if I did. And I understand some black men, they live in the suburbs. They live in predominantly white towns. There's more white people. Right. I get that. I don't have a problem with that. I do it myself. In the city I live is 50% black, 50% white, and I still do it. What I am talking about is these buffoons who get on YouTube and they brag about black white women and how white women and non-black women are so much better than black women. I'm talking about the type of black men who are not the black men who will date anybody of any race. That's fine. I'm talking about black men who intentionally avoid dating black women because they don't like us. And the funny thing about it is black men, your chances of staying married are highest with black women. White women have the highest divorce rate. So white women are better for you? No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not better for you. They're statistically not better for you. They're not. And the same thing with Asian women. And I can prove this.
Right.
And I've offered to debate certain men. And when I say that, when I tell, look at the statistics, I'm physically looking at the statistics and I can give you exact numbers. It's dishonest. I don't have time for these dishonest black men out here on YouTube who are not intellectually honest. Oh, well, this is what I see in your city. Your city is one city.
Well, a lot of these dudes on her, they're not, I mean, you listen to them, they're not skilled.
No, they're not. They're
not skilled at all.
A lot of ugly dudes, like you always say, STL, you tell them to cam up and they don't cam up because they're ugly. Right. Or just a lot of dudes, like I said, you like non-black women so much. Where is your non-black woman? And then where is she? Oh, you don't have a woman at all. Right. Okay. Right. How long have you been married? Oh, you haven't been married at all. Or none of your marriages have been successful. And I'm supposed to listen to you? No. I have a problem with that. And I have a problem when the focus is on black women not dating now. There's not enough black men for us. I already established that with the 1.6 to 2 million number. There's not enough black men. So even if every single black woman married every single black man, which would include the men who have life without parole, the registered sex offenders, the men with 5 and 6 baby mamas, the Pookie and Ray Rays, 1.6 women to 2 million black women would still have no husband. So don't tell black women that we should only date a group of men that we outnumber that greatly. Why y'all not telling black men to only date black women? As though there's not an abundance of black women for black men. And then this whole argument, black women are the least likely to get married. So are black men. So are black men. And y'all are out here loving all of these non-black women. So where are all of your non-black wives? Oh, all of these non-black women love you so much, but you're still the least likely group to get married. How does that work? It doesn't. It's foolishness. It's absolute foolishness from men who don't know how to argue, men who are talking about research and statistics that they never read, are not qualified to read, and men who just do not like. You can say black women don't have anywhere to go if you want to. When you keep seeing more and more black women with white men and non-black men, I don't want you to say anything. I don't want you to say anything. Oh, you're a bed wench. So are you. So are you. If I'm a bed wench for dating white men, you're a bed wench for dating black women. For dating white women. That's it.
All right. Bed bugs. That's what they call them.
A black
And date who you want to date. I just feel like you can date who you want to date. Just don't trash the people that you're not dating. That's the only issue I'll be having with those the guys who only want to date white women.
That's my main thing as well.
White dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my main thing as well. You know, especially when a lot of them try to denounce their blackness. Any kind of way. It's like, oh, okay, right. So you want to be exotic now, okay? But
even with that though, let them be, because you only have one life to live. Right. If you don't want to be, if you want to be a Dominican or Puerto Rican or whatever, you don't want to be black, then fine. You don't have to be that. But don't talk about the people who are. That's all. I think that's the biggest thing in this YouTube section is that it's enough space for everybody to feel and think how they want to think. Just don't bash. You don't have to bash this people to lift up wherever you want to go and do. You see what I'm saying? So, right. And that's just my whole thing about it.
But I mean, I think what I said, like, I like if you're not gonna come with truth and data and actual reality, then you're not qualified to give advice on this topic. And that's my point. These people, forget the fact that a lot of them are just secretly mad that they can't get the type of guys or women that they want.
Right.
You disregard the fact that a lot of these people just don't want to acknowledge the fact that they they consistently choose the wrong people and they're not willing to course correct.
Right. Exactly. That's the other thing as well.
Yeah, you don't get to be a dating expert when you tell me that women hit the wall at 30, and you don't get to tell me that. You're wrong. And you can make
hit the wall for us what?
As far as marriage. But Native American, black women, white women, Asian women.
You got black women out here in their 40s and 50s still looking good.
Exactly.
So, see, they say that.
What is it?
What I heard from one of them is they say that because at 30 they no longer can impress you with what they got and what they're doing. See, you're more impressionable when you're 18, 19, 20, 21 on them taking you to trips and buying you stuff and doing all that. When you at the 30, you didn't already took your trips. You didn't probably already been there and doing all that. So it's not as, oh my God, thank you, babe. It's like, oh, okay, cool. We going take my bags. That's I've been there already. I can show you some spots. That's what I heard from one of the guys is that, you're not going to be as gratitude to them, taking you to the Louis Vuitton store or the Gucci store and buying you a purse because you got to put them already in your closet. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, most black men can't do that anyway. Right. 5% of black men, based on 2014 numbers, 5% of black men earn under $95,000 a year. And I mean, depending on where you live, if you live in a pretty cheap state, you probably could. But it's just like a lot of these men, I want a woman to play 50-50. You could not afford for a woman to be a stay-at-home mom. You couldn't. So stop acting.
Only way these days, in I would say any city, any state, for a woman to be a stay-at-home mom, you would have to be making, I would say, on a minimum double if you're in a low cost state, or double, 2.5 to 3 times the fuck I want the word I'm gonna get what person makes a year. You have to be 2.5 to 3 people for a woman to be a stay-at-home mom.
Well, no, I don't think so. I think it all depends on your lifestyle.
No, the average. Even still at the average, bro. I mean, you can't sit here and have your woman be a stay-at-home mom. You making $50,000 a year. No, I can't see that.
You can on your lifestyle.
You said it
depends on your lifestyle.
Even in a low-cost state, bro.
Because let me tell you this.
Hold on. 20% of that is rent.
Go ahead. Right, but look, the Amish community does it.
20 to 25% of that is rent and your utilities. That's not even including your car payment and all that.
Yeah,
the Amish community does it.
The Amish can know,
Okay,
but
that's a whole
no, that's not a good example. They
Right.
are
Why not?
their lifestyle
right.
is so
We talking
unique.
it's a
We're talking
soul
about
different.
the
But
average person, right? You gotta
I'm just saying.
You talking about
like,
people?
you
You talking
gotta
about
pay
people
rent.
who feed themselves, who take a gas last them a whole goddamn
Yes.
month.
We're not talking about public assistance and food stamps.
Right.
Hey,
We're
I'm
talking
saying
about
that's why I say it depends on your
people-
lifestyle.
Yeah, you know. Okay.
yeah,
It depends on your lifestyle.
Yeah,
Look, okay,
I don't know
okay,
no
look,
black
okay,
chick
listen.
that. I don't know no black
No,
chick that would refer to no lifestyle like that.
well, you're right. You don't know a lot. But I'm saying, but chicks on Section 8 do it.
yeah, but they're getting food, health insurance, and a
Right.
housing back. So that
Exactly.
doesn't
Yeah,
no, that
yeah.
don't
So
count. No,
That don't count.
no,
We talking
no,
about
no. That don't
the
count.
average working salary. You would have to make. You would have to make
No.
2 times that. So if you would say 100,000 in a low income state, I would say maybe. Now, if you're saying 150,000, I would say okay, that could probably work in a low income state. Now, I ain't talking about Cali and New York. I'm talking about
yeah, I would say you got to come up.
Ohio,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Because
Yeah.
if a man, if you still qualify for public assistance, even with your if you need public assistance to be a stay-at-home mom, you can't afford to be a stay-at-home mom because you automatically are living in poverty by government sidelines.
Exactly.
That automatically
Yeah.
doesn't count.
Exactly.
No, I'm just being factual and objective. If you need
No, yeah, that's true.
something like that, your husband does
And
not
low
make
income,
a stay-at-home mom. He doesn't.
right? Low income to the government is like under 10,000.
It depends on where you live.
I think
Right.
5,000. Really?
It's
No, it's
yeah.
under 10,000. I would say 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
No, it depends on where you live because it's higher than that where I live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
I mean, under 10,000 would definitely be poverty where you at.
Oh
On the
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If that's what you're
Yeah,
saying,
but ain't too many women want to be housewives either. Like strictly just housewives. I'm not someone who maybe work from home, but I think a lot of women don't want to be housewives
yeah,
anymore. And if it is, it's a small portion because especially now with how finicky relationships is and guys are, you want to be able to have your own money and
Yeah.
put it away in case nigga to leave you. You can still take care of you and your kids. You know what I'm saying? Or at least, or nobody want to get an allowance. Like, you know, I know a lot of women don't want to get an allowance from their man. They want to be able to have their own money to go do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, you know, the
but
system
if you
has
do have that,
the system has changed, compared to what it used to be. It used to be back then, the man would have a full-time job and the wife will have a part-time
yeah. I mean,
job.
like 72% of moms work. So yeah, I mean that's like being a complete like stay-at-home mom for your entire child's or children's lives. It's becoming increasingly rare. So yeah. I mean, I don't find too many women who want to be like full-time housewives. Too many who want to do that. Anyway, but a lot of these men, you need the woman to go 50-50. We're not stupid. You don't make enough money to be able to cover, like STL was saying, the rent, no public assistance, the rent,
Right.
food for, I'm gonna assume even if you have one child, rent, good food, like healthy stuff, vegetables and stuff like that for at least 3 people. You gotta pay for your own expensive health insurance. Whatever deductibles there are, you got to pay for transportation. Depending on the child's age, you may need new clothes and furniture. If you got a house, you're going to have to pay property taxes. You might have to have insurance out here. Most of these people can't. And I would say most people can't. Because if you look at the numbers, like white men and white people, they don't earn as much as other races of people think they do. A lot of their wealth comes from them having homes.
inheritance.
I think
inheritance too.
well, not even inheritance. I mean, just based on how much they make. So yeah. But I mean, are there more white people with inheritances than like black people? Oh yeah, absolutely. But I'm going by what people like, what the numbers show that like white men and Asian men make on average. It's higher than black men and Latino men. But I think to your point, part of what's going on is that like you kind of need 2 incomes these days. You kind of need the husband and the wife to work if you want to live in the suburbs and live somewhere where there's good schools for your children and stuff like that, you know? So yeah, but it's just like this intellectual dishonesty. Like a lot of these men, they are living in the 1950s and they're just mad that women don't want to comply.
No, they not living there. Their talking points is just there. Because they ain't even living in that time. They talking points is just there. And it's only to fool people who think that that's the reality, that it can't be like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't none of us really live back there because everything has changed.
I don't want to.
You know what I'm saying? You know, women were only housewives back then because they couldn't work.
Right.
You know, to a certain point. You know, the thing about marriage was only up back then because they got married and then they didn't get divorced. People walk around here who 80, 90 years old, separated because they just didn't believe in divorce back then. They'd be in a whole other family and still be married to their husband or be married and living in separate rooms and shit. You know, I know people I dated whose grandparents was married but living in a separate room because they don't get along anymore, but they don't want to get a divorce. So, you know, compared to now, it's easy. Like, fuck it, I don't want to do no more. Divorce. I'm not saying we ain't sleeping in separate rooms. I want to move on. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people were big mama had kids with other men, but was still married. And the daddy had families around the corner. So it's all those numbers are misviewed if we compare them back then. Back then, yes, it was back then you bought a house. Rent wasn't a thing back then. So people wasn't buying houses and rent. So yes, you bought your house and you owned it. But then once people start believing in rent and rent start coming a thing, and now you will rent over buying a house. And in some people's cases, it's better for them to rent than to buy a house. People think, oh, you buy a house, oh, you instantly wealthy and you instantly got the money. No, you gotta look at the whole money thing of buying a house. You can't just go and buy a house willy-nilly now. Probably now because the market is down, but with the high interest and the property tax and you know how many houses people didn't bought off the liens? People couldn't pay their property tax or lost their house. So you know, all those numbers are screwed. Oh, housing is down and marriage is up and all this. It's just that, like, hey, you go marry somebody on Tuesday and you're like, shit, fuck that, on Friday, I'm divorcing you. Hey. You know, so, you know, so it's just, but we want to hear that it's like that. Like, women be like, oh, I want an old school man. No, you don't, because you don't want to be an old school woman. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, or guys, oh, I want an old school woman. No, you don't. Because you're not an old school man.
Yeah, I mean, these insecure dudes do want that. I want you to cook, clean, give your paycheck to me, do whatever I say. The same fool I told you about earlier. Well, if a man does you a favor by marrying you, then he gets to cheat on you. I will divorce you and I'll take half of everything you have. Try me if you want to. You don't get to cheat on
those. But those dudes. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying those dudes don't even understand that when those men worked back days, they paycheck went to the woman. They worked, came home, and gave their wife, who was a homemaker, the paycheck, and she went and paid all the bills and bought the stuff they needed and bought the food and all that. Whatever.
That was part of her job. You know what I'm saying? She was basically, that was her, you know, she basically was the secretary, the cleanup lady, and you know.
Right, but these guys they're not ready to come home and give their check to the woman and say, here, distribute it amongst the house and the family. They want to go and give her allowance and then spend their money on whatever they want to. So you, like I said, you want an old school woman, but you're still not an old school man. You don't have that old school mentality.
Right.
And let me go. Hold on. Let me interject. Let me catch some of these comments in the chat, so I won't neglect the chat. The lady said, "STL, you need to interview me and my sister so we can discuss things we have the same parents. However, she is dark skinned, I'm light skinned. We both had experiences of growing up Black/Afro Latina. Just email me at the email strolling down below. If you want, we can do a real talk show with you and your sister next Wednesday. So email me before then. And like I said, we kind of brief up. Make sure you got a hangouts as well. That way we kind of, you know what I'm saying, interject on what we're gonna touch up on the lady. So yeah, just email me and let me know if you and your sister are available for next Wednesday. And somebody else has something else to say.
I know Misunderstanding asks, was I black and dating sleeping Amish? Nah,
Yeah.
I'm black. Super black.
Sam said, why is paying bills hard nowadays? Oh, that's a good one. But it shouldn't be.
Nobody
I
want
mean,
to
as
get
long
that
as you
money
got
now.
yourself, yeah, as long as you got yourself, you know what I'm saying, set up and within your means, you should be good.
Right. Because I live
Balancing
just
the
fine.
budget.
And I work 24 hours, up to 20 to 24 hours a week or whatever. And I do just fine. I
Right.
I need, like, depending on the time of year, I need $1,200 to $1,400 to pay my bills. That's enough. You gotta just live within your means. That's the problem. People trying to live like the Joneses and max out their credit card. Oh, I got a $200,000 loan, $200,000 loan for a house. I'm gonna get a $200,000 house. Maybe you should get an $150,000 house. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of touched up on that. I ain't gonna say bill paying, but basically how to balance off yourself. I touched up on that in my War on Blacks. Are we so dependent upon the dominant society? And I was telling everybody how they should, definitely have them skill in case, you know what I'm saying, everything go left for them. That way you could be able to handle your own without becoming dependent upon the dominant society, basically the system itself.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
going to be hard to do, though. I mean, that's going to be hard to do, to not depend on the system, because even if you work in the workforce, you're dependent on the system to pay you that paycheck. Huh?
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying even if you work in a workforce, you still dependent on the system. You dependent on those
Yeah,
people.
but
to
that's
pay
what I
your
was
check.
saying. I think, I'm saying I think people should have something at the side they should be working on for themselves. Even though you got a 9 to 5, even still working on something you like to do or something you skilled at doing, for
Well, I'll
yourself.
say this: every black person should create them a home-based business, regardless if it makes money or not. As long as you're trying to make money, create your home-based business, whatever you're good at. I don't care if you like taking pictures, you like drawing, you like cooking. Even YouTube can be your home-based business. Create you one, and that's one key thing you can do is stop paying high taxes. We got to stop thinking that getting an income tax the following year is money. No, that's your money already that you've been given to them for them to go and invest it into the stock market and then give you back what they took from you, and they keep all the interest they made. You need to figure out how to, if you work a 9 to 5 job, how to get majority of your money back throughout the year instead of giving it to them, and take that money and go and invest it. And if you do want to get an income tax, stop taking that money and buying TVs or going to go get you a new car. Take that money and invest it in the stock market, or invest it in putting $1 million life insurance on yourself for your kids. So if you ever should die, your kids will be already a millionaire.
Well, you got a point there, Sam. Not everybody's meant to be a boss, true. But even still, even though you able to provide a service, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's false,
landscaping,
though. That's false.
What's that?
No, but that's false. Everybody's not meant to be a boss. Everybody is. Just because you're a boss don't mean that you don't go and buy stuff from other people. You can be your own boss.
Right.
That's not everybody is meant for entrepreneurship.
Right.
And it's also like, I have no interest in entrepreneurship, but you know what I do have money invested in the stock market, and I want to invest in real estate. It doesn't always have to be a business. It could just be a second source of income, because I don't want to deal with entrepreneurship. I don't want to find my own. I'd rather just earn, because if you have a business, that's still time you have to put on the side. I would rather have passive income. I put it there, I just let it sit. I'm the type of person, I want my main job to be able to pay for all of my bills. And then I'm not doing a second side hustle that takes more time. I'm not doing that. I'm going to invest in real estate in the stock market and earn passive income. I'm not getting up my 9 to 5 just to work 7 to 11 on another time-consuming job. For some other people, that's fine. Some other people are entrepreneurial or whatever, and some entrepreneurs, they want that to eventually become their thing so they can quit their 9 to 5. But there are plenty of people like me who are not entrepreneurial. I think the goal should be to have a second source of income, be it through investments, be it through own business or something like that. Because some people just they would not be like they would have.
Or find somebody to invest in, invest into somebody else's product or dream or plan.
Or do it.
I
Even do it
used
with
to do
your
that as
family.
well. I used to do that as well. And I still do. I used to invest into
Or even do
parties,
it.
all types of different shit. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. It's what it is. You got to expect it.
Or
You know what I'm saying? Take the loss as well.
Right, but even do it with your friends and family. Like if you got an extra,
Right.
get 10 friends. Everybody put in $1,000. Don't you know right now you can go to Indiana?
Well, yeah,
you can go to Detroit.
It's hard to get 10 people to put in $1,000, man.
Well, but
I
this,
ain't gonna lie. You got to find
this is what
10
I'm
people
saying
that's
though.
on the same mind frame as you.
Right, but what I'm saying, people always talk about how they want to make money. You gotta give money to make money. But what I'm saying is, people want money. They want passive income. They want to figure out how to do it. This is how you do it. You find you 10 close friends who are your friends, your club parties, whatever. Y'all start putting money into a pot. Come up with $10,000. You got places like Indiana, Detroit, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, where you can go and buy these properties for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Put another $5,000 in there to fix them up, and then you go. All you guys are homeowners.
Yeah.
Rent that
Once
house out or
again,
even sell it.
I'm
just giving you a little nugget
saying,
because the young man over here
he was saying that everybody is not going to want to be able to go through all that. Sometimes you can just
I'm
be
not mixing my money like that. I'm not asking a bunch of people.
Sometimes you could just be just an investor.
Okay, put like this then. Even not your friends then. Start putting you $100, $200 a month. Get your own $10,000 and go invest your own money.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is
responsible for other people's money. That's just me though. Because I'm not answering 10 calls from people all the time. I like no, I get it. It makes sense. If you want to go to New York or someplace else where the properties are not $1,000, or even if you want to stay in Detroit or whatever and buy something that's maybe $10,000 because it's in a better neighborhood. But me, I don't want the headache of feeling like I have employees. Well, I mean, I am if I'm getting paid for it, but a bunch of people, they think they can call me all times a day because they got $100,000, and I don't trust people to not do sneaky shit and try to undercut my $1,000. And I'd rather just save that $10,000 up on my own, or save $1,000, put it in that property, fix it up, rent it off, save $10,000 from that. Because the only person I'm trying to build wealth with like that is my future husband. All of these getting friends and family members, that's just me though. I don't know. I don't trust people with. I'm good. But your point is the same though. Get money, invest it, keep doing it. I agree.
Or you can go to Vanguard website or go to Acorn, open you a Vanguard account where they invest your money in multiple high earning stocks. You get dividends off of it. If you got $100 that you can spend on weed, alcohol, hair, shoes, whatever, take that $100, invest it every month into that Vanguard stock. By the time in the next 10, 20 years, when you're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, you got you a nice piece of change and you're not dependent on Social Security or the government to help you out. There's many ways out there. We just got to put it out there for the people to go and do it.
Yeah, I think
it's lots of ways. Yeah, there's lots of ways. Yeah, there's lots of ways.
Yep.
But yeah, about to get ready to close out the lady STL. I'm down for the interview.
45 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I said if you invest in Vanguard or the SP 500s, where they invest in multiple high earning stocks, then you don't have to worry about trying to find a penny stock or a single stock or whatever. And that's an investment. You put your money in there and you watch it grow. The interest rate on that is better than putting your money in your bank savings account. It's only going to draw you 1 point something, per month. That equals out to $2 or $3 a month compared to the money they're making off investing your money. So take that same money you have in your savings account, go put it in a Vanguard or SP 500 account, and then that's your savings account, and it's growing you dividends on your money. So you don't have to just watch single stocks. You know
right, and watching single stocks and trying to figure it out for yourself is probably not going to work in your favor anyway. You might get lucky a couple of times, but you're better just doing that, just spreading the money out. spreading it out over bonds, stock, real estate, and whatever. You have to make sure you consistently like throw money at it every year and just let it go and let it sit there, because the stock market is intended to be a long game. But I think people that trying to make fast money, that's not what the stock market is for.
Nah.
Right. And also too, if you're young enough, I know it's hard to say, but if you can, you, your brothers and sisters, or you yourself making enough money, and you still got your parents and grandparents, go put $500,000, go put $500,000 to $1 million of insurance, whole life insurance on your parents. Once they die, you get that money right there. Or put on yourself for your kids. You're young, if you probably pay like $200-300 a month for that whole life insurance. Put $500,000 to $1 million insurance for yourself. Your kids can split that when you pass away, because evidence we're going to die. That's another way that you can leave money for your kids if you got kids, or you can get money for yourself.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Whole life, not term.
Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and close it on out. We've been rocking 3 hours. Like I said, shout out to my shadow watchers. Shout out to my playback watchers. Shout out to everybody that came through in the chat. I'm going to upload this to the main channel for my playback watchers to watch. Once again, it's been brought to you by BoomHerProducts.com. Make a pledge, she help you get back your edge. Also, fellas, check out our Boombird products as well. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, Sam, I had the tracks that I upload. I put them under the last one. I think I put them under the intro video to this. Shout out to Ivy League and I am for coming up.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thanks.
Let me see.
Nice talking to you, Ivy League.
Nice talking to you. Take care.
Bye.
Okay. And like I said, this Sunday on the main channel, we're gonna do a Rat Reloaded. Rat Reloaded. I'm tripping. I'm gonna upload a Rat Reloaded for premiere. So check that out as well. So make sure y'all hit the reminder. And as well, when we go live over here, I'm gonna always post the intro video on what we're gonna talk about at least 2 days before Wednesday. So I should have an intro video coming up that Monday night, no more than Tuesday afternoon. I will say that for sure. It depends on how busy I am. So what's my email? My email strolling down below. Hold on, let me get it. Let me get it for you. Damn, I got my email. Yeah, stlforyou.yt@gmail.com. Like I said, make sure y'all got a hangouts. If y'all ain't got a hangouts, that's cool. We could chop it up on the conference line. We just have to get a time. Like I said, let me know before Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday the latest. If not, I'm gonna have to get back with y'all on the next time I go live, which will be the next Wednesday. Like I said, right now we're just chopping it down to 1 day a week on lives. I'm gonna do 1 day a week, maybe 2, which will be Sundays. But as soon as we start going back on the main channel, we're gonna be back in effect on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 6 o'clock, as always. You say you think you gotta hang out? Like, okay. If y'all don't, like I said, I got a conference line number y'all can call. We all can chime in together. Okay. Let me pull this up. Let me see what else I wanted to. I think that's just about it. Oh yeah, shout out to the fam coming by. And so yeah, oh yeah, for the tracks, like I said, they be up under my intro videos to let y'all know what's coming on the live. So you just be able to hit that link and you be able to download them. I ain't had a chance yet to put all the tracks on the platforms, like I said, like I said, everything kind of got twisted and tied up. But as soon as I get time, I'll definitely put them up to all the music streaming platforms. Okay. Damn. Hold on. All right, there we go. Okay. Okay, till next time, everybody stay up. Make sure y'all check out the Red Reloaded this weekend.